Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Slice 'em here late night tonight. Sorry I got on a little late. Ended up, after I did my last stream, ended up having to go out and do some stuff on the property. Got stuff going on out there, and then I came in and it was like, oh, geez, finally. Hey, what's up, boss? Good seeing you again, man. The boss is always quick to be in here. I like that. Lets me know that somebody's waiting to see me get on and ramble about whatever it is I decide to ramble about, so... again, I appreciate it, man. So tonight I do have a couple new tricks up my sleeve. Been working on getting a couple things ready to kind of release. Just trying to figure out how I was wanting to do it and which way I was going to go with it. So with that being said, I think it's going to work. And I think it should be able to go active tonight, so we'll see how it goes. I had a Lions Quest going on. I was running behind because I've been outside so much this afternoon, so I didn't get a chance to really save that for you guys. I did okay. I jumped in, started messing around, and really probably got behind. Just made some stupid mistakes, trying to push too hard, too fast, and trying to make easy kills. Rocket Raccoon on a power gain node nailed me with his L2. Did everything right, and then just moved back way too soon. I was anxious for it, and I think instead of just taking my time, I moved way too soon and got smoked. So still got a couple champs left, so we're going to go with that. So I'm going to retitle this T4B Catalyst while relaxing. Alright. I agree, boss. You are normally pretty quick in here. So, again, we've got the Tier 4 Catalyst up and available. So, guys, if you don't do it, I highly advise you get in. It's an easy Tier 4 base Catalyst to get. Great for leveling your champions and getting things moving. So, and with that being said, I'm going to run down here somewhere and find some 3-star champs to slap on the old grinding wheel here and start the grind. Boss asked, what do I think about the 3-star crystal offer? You know, I really don't think it's that bad of an offer. For new players, it's actually a pretty good little deal. You're not looking at a whole lot of units. You can get in, you can get some new champs. You know, I don't feel like it's a bad deal any way around. So, if I was a new account, I think I'd probably take advantage of it. If I got 300 units sitting around, I would take it. I didn't look it over too much, but I feel like it's a very fair offer. It's not crazy. It's not one-sided, and it's definitely not overpriced in my opinion. So, hey, what's up, Jacob? How's it going, man? Ugh. This head cold is going to drive me bonkers. It has been so annoying. Can't shake it. And it doesn't help. So today, after I got done with my last stream, I went out, and at my new house, I have a good chunk of property. And on it, I got a big set of blackberries. So I grabbed the old weed eater and went out there and went to work with that. By the time I was done, I was covered in grass and soot and dirt and whatever else you could find on the ground, and just now my head and my allergies are going absolutely crazy. But oh well, I guess it could be worse. It won't be enough to keep me from streaming. You'll just have to put up with me being sounding all funny and having to cough and stuff. Hey, good morning, Jag. How's it going, man? And again, guys, I do appreciate everybody that comes in. It's good knowing that we got a good little group of guys that stick around and follow. So, Hey, what's up, Star? Good to see you around, buddy. Ugh. Stupid, stupid head cold. And then even some, it's like a half head cold, half allergy attack. Thanks to my late night softball game and now playing out in the dirt. I've kind of managed to do it to myself, but oh well. I'll get over it. Still living, still kicking, so I guess I'll be fine. And again, guys, I do want to say thank you to everybody that has subscribed to my channel. Already up over 221, I think, is last I checked. Fantastic. I'm kind of shocked that that's where it's at already. I was kind of worried. Ooh, 222, so even better. It's one of those things where I was kind of like, oh man, it's going to slow down, I'm afraid. Like, the next set of grind is going to be, where am I going to get the next set of subscribers? Who's going to come in and watch this? And, I think it's just kind of interesting to see it kind of growing up. Boss asked, do you think Hyperion will get nerfed soon? Iceman can beat him with ice armor. No, I don't see him getting nerfed. Guys, give me 1 second. My dog's barking and it's not normal. Give me 1 moment. Okay. I am back. Sorry about that. For whatever reason, my dog just went crazy, so I had to go check that out. She's normally pretty good about not barking, unless there's something going on, so. Alright. Let me get caught up here on the chat real quick. So, Jag, congratulations on getting Hyperion. Nice to see it. Hey, Aaron, good to see you in the chat, buddy. Yeah, I don't see Hyperion getting nerfed or anything like that. I do believe he is very good. But a beast or a monster, I don't know. I definitely think he's very good. But guys, when you talk about a monster, you got to go back and look at what you really got to go back and look at like what Scarlet Witch was prior to her nerf. I mean, anybody could, once you got her, it didn't matter what you do, how good you were, what you knew how to do or didn't know how to do. If you could swing and just land a hit, you had good odds of stringing together a string of just massive combos because of the stun, the power drain, power locks. She took no skill to play. At least now it does require a little bit of thought process. You do have to think about what you're doing to a degree. It's the same thing with Hyperion. Hyperion is really good in the hands of somebody skilled with Hyperion. But it doesn't mean he needs to be nerfed. It doesn't mean that it's the end of the world or that he's an absolute monster. It means somebody really good with him knows how to play him and he can play him really well. That doesn't warrant a nerf. And on top of it, somebody mentioned, I don't think he was a 6.4 million champion to begin with. So, is he good? Yes. Is he that good? I don't think so. There's a lot of other champions I take above him. Oh, that was horrible. There, it's game over. Hey, Paris, what's up, man? How's it doing, bud? Good seeing you in the stream again. I got to give him above average a little bit. The more I play with him, the more interesting he becomes. Jacob, yours isn't duped, though, correct? Because I could have swore I saw earlier in the chat where you posted it, and yours is not duped. Unduped, he is very average in my opinion. Once you dupe him, though, he does open up quite a bit. The power gain kicks in so much more often. His buffs stick around much longer, allowing you to really stack him up. And Quill, I don't disagree. I think he's good. And like I said, if you're skilled with him, he is very deadly. Yeah, to me, I think, Jacob, what you would see is once he's duped, he does bring a whole different set of value to the table. The power gain is astronomically impressive. And to be able to extend those Furies and stuff, being able to stack them up a little bit easier and really get good use out of them makes a big difference for Hyperion. Oh, I don't know. I still like Thor quite a bit, Quell. For me, it's a toss-up between Thor and Hyperion. Thor, to me, still hits like a Mack truck. I mean, if you can get one or two blocks, it's kind of it's go time with Thor. And the nice thing with Thor is once you get to about half health, you can pretty well guarantee that you're going to have a good odds of putting him down. Jacob, I think his power gain kicks in a little more often as well. Now, I could be wrong on that. Let's just take a quick look. Let me take a look. Alright, so you are correct. Increased buff duration. Maybe it's because the power gain lasts longer. It seems like it comes back around faster. That one I couldn't tell you, but it does feel like his power gain comes around a little bit faster. Alex says, got Hyperion, 7.05 million. Sadly, cutoff was like 5.8. I mean, I wish I could tell you, yeah, but to me, 5.8 was still high. I don't know. Jag, on a basic champion, you do not. Feature champion, it's like duping him like normal. Boss says, yes, I like Thor better than Hyperion. When I always use him, he always gets the job done. Thor's just a little more, to me, it's a little more compact, maybe. It's pretty basic. You don't really have to worry about if I land this, then go to here. It's pretty straightforward. Not that Hyperion is very hard to think of, but Thor's simple. Block it, smash it. Block, smash, block, smash. So, Get to L2, odds are you got to win. Get to L3, game over. You know, Veery, I think Winter Soldier is going to go for around. I think cutoff will be about 2.2. I think 2.5 is very safe, and I'll just be very honest. To me, if you go over 2.5 to grind for him, I think you're just really wasting time. If he goes for more than 2.5, I think it's way too high. You know, I like Winter Soldier. He's got some uses, but man, I don't see him being more than a 2.5 million champion by any means. Angel, good seeing you in the chat again, man. Only ranked Hyperion to 5.5 because he is a great defender too. So nice to throw him on defense from time to time to ruin somebody else's day. I totally agree with that statement. He's an excellent defender. He's always going to get you a kill or two typically. He's very tough to contain, and if somebody runs into him on a node they're not expecting him, it could be very, very difficult. Star says, slice him, there's no way. Well, we'll see. If you're buying the hype, you're correct. But I can tell you, I've had Winter Soldier since day one. He was one of my first 4 stars, and he's signature level 80 for me, and he just doesn't do anything for me. No way. Those will have to get paid out over time. You'll notice I haven't spent any units. Right now I don't have the funds to replenish my units like I normally do. That's the sucky part of buying a house. Had to stroke a pretty big check. So right now I'm in refill mode. So right now it's grind away, get my units built up, and take care of my bets. There is no way I'm not going to pay. I made the bet, I lost. Payday is coming. Quill says Hyperion's S2 is better than Thor's. To me, he stuns and breaks armor. Well, here's the thing. Thor stuns and break armor as well. To me, the reason I think I like Thor more is because I can put an armor break right before my L2. So I'm stacking 2 armor breaks, and at that point, it's just hammer time. Angel says, I almost pulled Archangel. 4-star landed on Agent Venom right next to him. Dang, man. I'm telling you, to me, the best attacker is Archangel. An amazing attacker. I love the bleeds. I love the poison. The neurotoxin just takes out so many parts of the game. Very asks, is a 4-star gambit good? Look, my buddy's going to shoot me for saying this, but no. There are some people that really like him. But to me, there's nothing there, man. The neat thing about him is you can do some stun work. Chain together a pretty good solid run of stuns. But outside of that, there's not a whole else about Gambit that I really enjoy. And Quell, you're absolutely right. To me, a large chunk of Thor and Hyperion are very similar. It's just a matter of which way you want to go. I think the reason Hyperion brings in a little more value than Thor is straight because of Hyperion's utility. Very handy with heals, the power gain. So there's enough other stuff there to just put him above Thor. Jacob says, I can't get by the fact that Angela doesn't have bleed. Yeah, that's an interesting thing. You would figure as much as she has swords, axes, how's there not a bleed out there? So, who knows? Alex says he had that happen today. Landed a dupe Luke Cage in between 2 Mordors. Or Mordos, 4 stars. That's kind of sad. That's not what you want to hear. You'd love to see it click on over and get the Mordo all day long. Yeah, you know, that would be tough, Angel, to use the Awakening Gem on Archangel. He's definitely very good, very handy to have. To use an Awakening Gem on him, that's a stretch. Voodoo's probably the better champion all the way around because of the regen, the power drain. He has more versatility than Archangel. Archangel is just an attacker. I mean, if it bleeds and it's not immune to poison, he's going to kill it. But if you run into anything that is the other way around, you're kind of toast. Hey, what's up, Supersonic? How's it going? Supersonic says, what's happening, mate? Well, I'm going to assume you're from Australia. Maybe I could be wrong, but if not, so be it. But hey, thanks for coming in. By the way, guys, if you're new here, aka Supersonic and anyone else, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Would love to have you in here all the time. Feel free to come in and hang out. Ask questions. Jacob says, Archangel needs to be awakened more than Voodoo. Well, I don't disagree with you there. Angel says, or the boss says, everybody smash the like button. Yes, please. Angel says, doesn't Archangel's toxin bypass limbo? That is a very tricky question. The answer right there is yes and no. It doesn't necessarily bypass limbo. What it does is limbo still goes into effect. What it does do is it negates her healing from limbo. So you're still going to take the damage. It's still going to go into effect, but she will not heal from her limbo. The neurotoxin will keep her from healing, which kind of is the the worst part of her limbo. You get her down, and all of a sudden, whoops, there she goes. So that's pretty nice. Very says, should I rank 5 Beast or Gambit? Very, if you're decent any at all with Beast, you got to go with Beast. Beast is actually a very versatile, very useful champion. So yeah, you gotta watch that, but that's the way to go there. Zion just popped in and already subscribed and liked it. Hey man, I appreciate it. Supersonic from Trinidad. Just usually on an Australian MMC YouTuber's channel a lot and have adapted to his phrases. Hey, I totally get it. I got a buddy from Australia, so while he lived with me, it was pretty interesting. You end up saying a bunch of stuff that they say and picking up their slang, and it's pretty funny. Let's get this over with here. Oh, come on, just throw it. Nah, screw it. I'm tired of waiting. Let's hope for a stun. Alright. Nah, figures. Endured. Punisher. Get out of the way. Come on. Hey, take it easy, boss. Good seeing you again, man. Hey, I'd appreciate it, man. Invite as many of your friends as you want. The more people that come in, hang out in the chat, and ask questions, all the better. It kind of is what helps the stream go. Because to be quite honest, a lot of times I'm just kind of playing around. Having some people asking questions or pushing the chat forward always is a lot easier and a lot better for me. So, boss, take care, be safe, and I'll see you next time I'm streaming, man. Aaron says his 3-star Punisher is almost maxed out. Nice. Punisher's kind of a fun little champion, but I had to scratch my nose and I take blade damage. That's what I get. Punisher's interesting. He's more of a collector's edition. 3-star, pretty easy. You run into him fairly often, I feel like. But the 4-star just came out in the arena, and as you could tell, there was really not a lot of people really going after him. So, hey, what's up, John Wesley? How's it going, buddy? Ooh, Star said he got Punisher from an Arena Crystal. Very nice. Yeah, not a whole lot of them out there, but again, it's Punisher. To me, it doesn't make a big difference. I thought about going for him in the arena, and I was just like, you know what? I don't want to grind for somebody that I really am never going to use, and I don't care if I collect him or not. With as much other arena grinding that I'm going to be doing, I'm going to get my fair share of shots at him anyway, so. Jacob says he wrecks them people with suicides. Well, I can see that. Viri asked, do you think I'm wasting my time on getting a 4-star Winter Soldier, or should I keep pushing? I don't think you can really ever really waste time. If the champion's worth it to you, go get it. I don't think you're really going to do a whole lot with him, but it's going to give you more people on your roster. It's going to give you a chance to keep growing in the basic arena. So, and he's got some uses. It's not that he's a terrible, terrible waste. Again, there's some people that absolutely love him. I'm not too high on him, but he does have some use. I really thought I was going to end that there. Oh, there we go. Star buying into the amazing tier. To me, he's still way down there. Guys, don't forget, for the amazing tier, it's like you got God tier, demigod tier, and then amazing tier. So, amazing's not as amazing as it sounds. Angel, I don't blame you, man. And Hyperion's a nice champion, but it's not anything you have to be too overly concerned about. Definitely a lot of use, but like you said, you'll end up getting him, and if you got him in your last go, then there you go. Winter Soldier, I think, is going to go on the cheap. I think 2.2 should be cut off. I think, in my opinion, he's about a 1.8, 1.9 million champion. Now, again, this is my opinion. I've got people in my alliance that are just head over heel over him. But to me, 1.8 million would be my value on him. 2.2 I see is where a realistic cutoff could be for him. So you want to be safe, do 2.5. 2.5 million should get you Winter Soldier. I've got him. I've had him. Angel says he ended up just using an Awakening on Hyperion, didn't want to do round 2. Don't blame you. Hey, what's up, East? Angel says, actually excited to get Winter Soldier. Hey, you got to be excited about something, I guess. I don't know that that's what I'd be excited about, but yeah, I think, again, I think 2.2 is going to be the cutoff range. That's what I get for not paying attention to who I'm fighting. I think 2.2 is going to be the cutoff. It wouldn't shock me to see it. You know, you want to be safe, do 2.5 million. And I think you're going to get him no problems. Hey, East, how's it going, man? Good seeing you in here tonight. And guys, I'm showing 17 people watching. Do me a favor, if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Come back in. Always come in, hang out with us, give us a chat. Throw questions, ideas out there. Always interested in hearing what people have to say. Again, I can't say that I'm a pro. I can just tell you what I feel and think about the game. And I'm going to tell you what I have found as a personal player. So, Angel, he is fun to play around with. The fact that you can circle through his ammo makes him a lot more useful than he used to be. His L2 is a hard-hitting L2. And if you can get lucky, you can stack a bleed and power drain on top of it. So all of a sudden, it becomes even more devastating. Supersonic says, so how long have you been an MCOC YouTuber? Well, Supersonic, essentially I've been doing this for about 2 months, I guess. I think it's about 2 months. Started at the end of May. No, I'm sorry, at the end of April. My first month was horrible. I lived at a different house, had horrible internet. Well, I didn't have horrible internet. My internet provider continued to throttle my stream. So I had probably some of the laggiest live streams you have ever seen. It felt like you were watching something from 5 days ago. It was horrible. God awful. Luckily, for some reason, enough people stuck around and hung out that once I moved, got the new equipment up and running, and it has been a million times better. So in this past month, I've seen pretty large gains. Basically, I've pushed to over 220 subscribers and have got to the point where I'm putting up pretty decent views. So pretty stoked about it, and it's all due to the fact that I got a great group of guys and gals that come in here, hang out, and make it fun to hang out in live chat. So, you know, we're always looking for more people to come in and hang out and just, you know, have fun. Jacob says, I sold all the ROL champs before too, but LOL gave them back. Well, what do you know? Oh, here we go. We got Lady Thor versus good old Worthy Thor. I got a feeling Thor's going to win this one. If you didn't get it, sorry. Just saying that Thor won. Oh, that sucks. I thought I... Oh, I thought I had to sneeze, and instead it did that whole thing where you sit there waiting to sneeze, but can't sneeze. Yeah. Supersonic. As far as my progression inside the game goes, it's been fairly good. Back on Christmas Eve, I had about 6 4-stars. Since then, I think I'm up to like 50 something, maybe pushing 60. It's been a while since I counted. But I've definitely seen a huge gain. Alright, everybody's going to have to give me 1 minute. Sorry, 1 second. My nose is totally driving me bonkers. Alright. Hopefully we can settle this down here. Jeez. Angel asks, what about Captain America World War II? I can tell you this. If I had Captain America World War II, he would instantly be ranked up as high as I could possibly take him. He's an amazing champ. Minimizes a lot of damage. Fantastic. Super good for Alliance War and also for Alliance questing. I wish I had him. I'm looking forward to him coming around on the old arena. Angel says that's what I was thinking. Maybe just waiting out, holding out for a Hulk, because Supersonic said he prefers Hulk to Captain. I can tell you this. If you prefer Hulk over Captain, it's only for one reason, and it's that you're not patient enough. Captain America is going to kill anybody, typically. and he's going to have no problem doing it. Hulk is a smasher. He is an attacker. Captain America is all about playing defensively and just simply counter-attacking to drive the opponent into the ground. So take that for what it is. I would rather have Captain America. I have Hulk, but if I had Captain, it would be instant rank up time. No doubt about it. Oh, nice. Aaron says he has both captains, so those are handy. Angel says, just because those T4CCs are hard to come. They are difficult to come by. I can tell you that, man. I never get the catalyst that I need. It's like Kabam looks at whatever catalyst I need and says, I don't think you need that really now that I think about it. And they just let me sit there without it. It's not very nice. Hey, what's up, Noob Plays? How's it going, brother? Welcome to the stream. Alright. So far, so good, Noob. How about yourself, man? Really? You like the regular Captain America over War II any day? A lot of people I would say, hey, what's up, Keegan? I think what you run into there is World War II is better if you pay attention to it. The bleed is a little more valuable than the stun, which is what Jacob just said. So, yeah, the bleed comes in handy. And again, guys, if anybody is new here, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Come in, hang out with us again sometime. Pushing it up, just over 222 subscribers last I checked, so. Noob, I have got a head cold as well. If you can't tell, I feel like I'm going to die over here. I sound like death. It's driving me absolutely bonkers. And just hate it, man. Just driving me crazy. What's up, Frojo? How you doing? Ugh. I jacked around, was in a late night softball game, then turned around, was at a kids baseball game, and then today I went out and chopped down a million weeds with the old weed eater, and now my allergies are just on high alert, going absolutely crazy, torturing me as best as they know how. And so I apologize, guys, that you have to put up with it, but I wanted to get on and stream. I enjoyed just hanging out with everybody, so again, I appreciate everybody putting up with it. Come on. She's toast. Hey, what's up, Gene? How's it doing, man? Noob says I subscribed. My last recording was a couple hours ago, and I look like shit. Ugh. I feel you there, man. My nose is driving me crazy. I want to just chop it off and throw it away at this point. It is doing me no favors. Frojo's just chilling, waiting to move into Alliance War. I think I'm pretty well done in Alliance War. We cleared the middle. And at this point, it's just a waiting game, so. Supersonic says, I thought you said you snorted weed for a second. No, I cut down a bunch of weeds. I guess you could say I snorted all the after effect of it. I had dust and grass and crap going everywhere. And it has now just caused my head to even hate me more than it already did. Yeah, it sucks. I absolutely hate it. It's driving me crazy. Ugh. And again, guys, if anybody's new here, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. And if you got any questions, guys, anybody want to talk about anything in particular, have at it. Again, I'm just kind of chilling out. Going to try and push through this Tier 4 Basic, try to get this over with as quickly as possible. You know, I didn't even take into the fact that you've got Winter Soldier going right now with Tier 4 Basic. There's no way he's going to be pushing up 3 million. You know, I don't even see him as a 3 million champ to begin with. To me, his cutoff should be somewhere around 2 to 2.2. I think 2.5 is safe, and the fact that you got the Tier 4 Basic going right now as well, yeah, I just don't see it being a big push for Winter Soldier. Hey, what's up, Raven? Good seeing you again, buddy. Ooh, way too soon. That was just horrible play. Horrible, horrible play. Way too soon on my dodge. What was I thinking? Jeez. And I knew it as soon as I did it. That's what makes me mad. Way too soon. Yeah, I think it'll be probably somewhere between 2 and 2.2. I would say 2.5 definitely gets it. No problems. Thanks, Raven, for pointing that out. Yeah, after I did my last broadcast, I had to go out with the old weed eater. So my new property that I have, I've got a pretty decent sized little blackberry patch, I guess you could say. And it was just getting a little surrounded by anything and everything, so I had to go out, grab the weed eater, and go chop all that crap down. So I was outside until the sun went down, basically. Came in, had some sushi, took a shower, and now finally able to stream again. But I had to go pick my kid up. But it, needless to say, was a long afternoon, and now my head is just driving me crazy. Come on. Well, this is not good news. Do not like being backed up to that wall. I'd like to land a couple more bleeds. Yeah, no, I agree. It hitting against Thor was the worst part of it. Well, shit. Shoot. Sorry. I'm going to jack around and mess up and lose with Wolverine here if I'm not careful. Uh, 32. Supersonic. Yep. Unreal. Bad timing against Thor, and then just shitty or crappy play against Loki. That will do it. It's a great way to start all over. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. Oops. Losing Winter Soldier against Thor was really the kick in the junk. That was a fight that should have never lost. Oh, nice. Fastest ever, 48 streak. That's impressive. I'll be glad when I have some more 5 stars. It'll definitely help move it along a lot faster. $24? That's disgusting. I hate all you guys. I don't ever really keep track, but it doesn't matter. It's still more than I want it to be. I can tell you that. It doesn't help when you do something stupid like lose your streak. East says at new plays, I don't have Winter Soldier in 4-star. I'll probably put up 2.6 to 3 million. You know, I get it. That's being super safe, but again, I don't see him going that high. And to me, that's how things get kind of ran up. Somebody says, I think I'm going to go to 3. And then the next thing you know, the next guy goes, ooh, I guess I better do 3.2. Then it becomes 3.4. And it just kind of grows. You know, Winter Soldier is nice, but I don't think there really becomes much more to it. So... Jacob's curious if Noob has Hawkeye. Supersonic says, do you think Mordo is worth taking to rank 4 unduped? Absolutely. Mordo is a good champion all the way around. He's still a good attacker. He's great for defense. And the best part is his signature ability doesn't even matter. It's nice, but that's really about it. You don't have to have it. He's good anyway. So absolutely, if you got him, you can rank him up, go for it. You'll be happy you did. Alright, Star, what are you thinking? And by the way, ITZ says, OMG, Resident quit. I am sad. Okay. Raven, opened my 4-star crystal earlier, got Vision again, second dupe on him. Vision's handy. I enjoy Vision. I think Vision's a very underutilized champion. Alex42 says, Seaton always says it's the most worthless awakened ability. I'm assuming talking about Mordo. There's some pretty bad awakening abilities. I mean, matter of fact, if you really want to go about it, technically speaking, I would say Nightcrawlers is the most worthless, just for the sheer fact that most people don't want him duped because he's better unduped. Sorry, Chid. Yeah, no, I got stuck, and I thought I posted it in the chats, but yeah. So to me, I think I would put Nightcrawler's ability awakening ahead of Mordo's for worthless. Yeah, new play. I think new play says I have a rank 5 Vision. Does me through map 6 on day 5. Vision is a very highly underrated champion. Heal block, power steal, power gain. Well, not power gain. Sorry, power steal. I guess I should say. Power burn. Good control. Alex42 says Iron Patriot is pretty bad too. Besides the regen, the burnout makes him trashier. Chid's gonna say most worthless is Joe. Fix it. Jacob says, yeah, I was pissed when I do my Nightcrawler. Yeah. Correct, new, but I think everybody uses him on defense. I think. So I think it's very clear to say that Mordo's being duped doesn't matter, but as far as being the worst, I don't know if it's the worst. There's some pretty bad ones out there. And no, I agree, Noob. Nightcrawler is a much better attacker when he's duped, but better as a defender. The thing about it is it's just the amount of time. You know, I don't see him being duped or unduped changing whether or not you can use him as an attacker. It just makes it a little bit faster to swap his stances. I understand there's some other stuff in there too, I guess, now that I think about it, but I guess it does make him a little bit better as an attacker. I'd still rather him unduped and throw him on defense, because he's an absolute nightmare for most people. Chid says Luke Cage's comes in handy but is useless. Absolutely. Yeah, no, I agree. There's a lot of signatures that, and really I think that's kind of what pushes champions up and above the average champions, is how good is their signature ability. What does it bring to the table? Star is wanting to bet me. If he goes for more than 2.5, which is what I think, you got to sell a T4 Cata. Look, I'm all in on anything else, but as badly as I need to rank up champions, I'm out. Not selling a T4 Cat. If I could gift you one, I would do that, but yeah. Jacob says you did not just say Luke Cage comes in handy. That's funny. Frojo says, I just fought Nightcrawler in War. He isn't an issue for Iceman, though. No, absolutely. If you got Iceman, if you're toting around Iceman, Nightcrawler is just an ordinary fight. You sit back, you keep Cold Snap on him, and you don't have to worry about the evade. And Nightcrawler is just, he's nothing. I mean, it's a super, super easy deal. Jacob says it's Mr. Pillowhands, not Luke Cage. R31, good seeing you, man. Legend says you can't even sell a T4 Cat. Yeah, I didn't even think about that, but even if I could, there's no way. For me, I'm too close. I need to move a couple champions up. I will take a lot of bets, but that's one I'm out on. Oh, there's a lot of techs that are worth leveling up. Yondu is a good level up. You can never go wrong leveling up Ultron or... oh my gosh. Ultron's nice. Yondu's nice. I even like Nebula, so... Oh, not to mention Star-Lord. Duh. You got Star-Lord duped. It's game over. Raven says, I wish I had Iceman. Had two Nightcrawlers, one unblockable S1 and one on Thorns. Yeah, Iceman is so handy. Just absolutely, his versatility is so nice. Oh, that I have? I would level Nebula. I enjoy Nebula. I think she's fun. She's extremely fun to play for me, so... And I still have Ultron to level as well. Jacob says they need to roll out a massive refresh for champs. Some of them could use a little bit of a reboot. I agree. Derek, how much will Silver Warrior go for? Man, I don't see him going high. Derek, I'm not real good on the featured champions. I really don't pay a whole lot of attention to them. The best thing that I could tell you to do is go back and look at the cutoffs previously. I don't see him going for very high, though. There's just not a whole lot there. He does have some things going for him. He does have heal block. He's got a good solid power drain on his L2. For every armor stack he has up, he does reduce some ability accuracy, but outside of that, yeah, I don't know. Chid says, do I need to slap your Iceman with Yondu again? You know, Chid, if that's what makes you feel good about life, then you know what? I guess you got to go abuse my Iceman. So be it. Hater. Always throwing haterade. Hey, New Place, thanks for stopping in, and thanks for the compliment. Stop in anytime. And again, guys, if you're new around here, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it. Jacob says they gotta fix pure skill. There's a lot of people complaining about that. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. My mic was sitting right on the button on my hat. It was pushing down on my head. Starting to hurt. There was a lot of people up in arms over pure skill. I know that for a fact. Would love to see that get fixed. I didn't even see the bleed hit. Oh, she's toast now. No doubt about it. Hey, Derek, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, R31, you're seeing more and more of those, and that's kind of the after effect of what we're going to see from this Hyperion arena as well. Yeah, I did a war today. I went up the middle. I ran into my first fight. Actually wasn't bad. I got in, boom, got it. I was like, okay, good deal. Second fight was Civil Warrior Black Panther, or a Civil War Black Panther, and I was like, ugh. He demolished me. Finished off a couple of my champs, got him taken care of, and then walked into a Nightcrawler. So needless to say, I was not thrilled about the back-to-back, or the Civil Warrior Black Panther, and then back to a Nightcrawler. It was just more than I wanted. I was like, ugh. Two of the champs I absolutely hate fighting, but got him down. Had to waste a revive, but was able to get him down and move on. So at least I was able to take care of my portion of the war. Come on, just throw it already, Deadpool. We know you wanna. Oh, screw it. There we go. Hey, Elizabeth, thanks. I appreciate it. Do me a favor, if you're liking it, hit like, and then, of course, hit subscribe. Jacob says, I want 2,400 units back, or it gets fixed. Hey, man, I don't blame you. I know that there's a lot of people pissed off about that pure skill deal. Star, why are you trying to make me sell things, man? Like, I'll gift you something. Let me do that before anything else. Supersonic just subscribed. Now I'm at 227 subscribers. All right. That's what I like. Elizabeth, my top champion is Iceman. He's probably the most versatile champ, but I would have to say my favorite champion, though, is Archangel. He's just an absolute fun champion to have to attack with, so. And again, guys, I am so sorry about sounding so nasty. It all comes down to I've managed to collect a nice little head cold from everything, so yeah, it's definitely no fun. I hate it. Give me 1 second here. I can hear all my stuff going off. Give me 1 second. Star, it's fine. It's not a problem, man. We'll just have a friendly bet, friendly wager. All right. Bulldog, I am still broke. I already owe you enough refills, so I got to get on that. Sure, not a problem here. Elizabeth Keatis says my username is Seth215. Look it up. So we'll take a look here. Seth215. Yeah, hey R31, let me get on those. I'll ship those over FedEx. Nice 4-star Ultron. Nice little Drax. Black Widow, Captain America. You got a nice little group there. Supersonic Ask, does Iceman need to be duped as an attacker? No, he doesn't have to be duped, but it definitely helps. Here, anytime anybody asks about things like that, I'd prefer to look it up just so I can make sure I don't misstate any of the numbers here. Alright, there he is. And Jacob is correct. Yes, if you're facing evaders, yes. Even if you do face a lot of evaders, you can still get away with him out without him being duped. But you're going to have to really time that first L1. So it's all about that first L1 if not. So here you go. Signature ability absolute 0. Basically you start out with Cold Snap active, dealing 2,341, which mine is obviously level 72, over 12 seconds, and preventing evading. The big deal is also the ice armor forms 3 seconds faster. So the nice thing about the ice armor is it does reduce a lot of damage. It kind of gives you that oops I made a mistake factor every so often. So Lewis, hey, what's up, brother? Thanks for joining the stream. Do me a favor, go ahead and go hit that like and subscribe button. I appreciate it. And Elizabeth says you all are awesome. Hey, we appreciate that as well. So yeah, Supersonic. Iceman's great when he's duped, but does he have to be duped? No. It makes him a lot easier to play, makes it a lot faster, I guess you could say. So that's where it really comes in handy. Alright. At this point it's just a matter of scrolling down and finding some champions to throw into the mix. Oh yeah. I'm not gonna lie, there was a small piece of me that was kind of pissed whenever I saw Iceman was gonna be the free login champion. Jacob says, want to know who won't be grinding for Iceman? I can tell you I won't be. Thankfully for me, I've already got him duped and almost maxed out, so I would dread that arena. I'm super excited. A lot of the featured champions, or a lot of the big new champions, I was able to get from crystals early on, so it definitely makes life so much easier for me. There we go. Elizabeth took a look at your account a minute ago, correct? Seth 215. R31 says he will not be grinding for Iceman either. Aaron, somebody had a white Magneto at 550 and duped. I've got a white Magneto. I think mine might be duped as well. I don't really remember if I pulled him twice or once. Either way, not a real big fan of him, so I just don't like playing with him. I hate the way he just kind of floats around. I don't know. I don't. He feels slow and droggy. So yeah, I've never been a big fan of fighting with Magneto. Even whenever he was one of my early 4-stars. I never really used him much. Alright. If you want, I could sometime, but probably not a good idea to do it here, Elizabeth. Or Seth, or whatever the real name is. Oh. And again, I do apologize for sounding so crazy. I've managed to mess around and get a pretty decent little head cold, which is just annoying me to death, but All right. Hopefully this time I won't mess around and miss up my winning streak. I got a little ways to go here, but yeah, come on. Seth is on his grandma's account. Fair enough, man. I hope your grandma is going to enjoy watching my videos later. Since you hit the subscribe button, tell her I said hi. Supersonic says that's what you get from snorting so much weed. Yeah, let me tell you, that was absolutely a pain. It's just driving me crazy. This head cold has just pissed me off. I dread going to work tomorrow because I know I'm going to be sitting there just like, ugh. But, oh well. You got to do what you got to do. You got to take care of it. Star. He was talking about earlier whenever I said I had to go out. I was weed eating around my blackberry patch, and I did snort a lot of weed. Not that kind of weed, but it was a lot of weed, if you know what I mean. There was a lot of weeds flying, a lot of dirt, and by the time I was done, I was caked in it, man. Ugh. Hey, what's up, Sick? How's it going, man? Jacob, I missed it. Worth it if you have unlimited mutant options. What was that in response to, Jacob? Star says, watch Slice'em say something, I bet. Yeah, I say something pretty much the entire time there, Star. Gotta keep the silence to a minimum, since I haven't set up any background noise yet. I'm going to blame Chid for it. Doesn't matter if it's his fault or not. If it wasn't for Chid, we would probably have background noise already. Hey, what's up, Harsh? How's it going, man? Good seeing you again, man. Haven't seen you in a while. I'm used to you being around, so. R31 says the only thing I'm snorting is Vicks Vapor. Man, that's probably what I need to do, but... Oh, Jacob says about White Mag. Yeah, I guess. I'm not a big Magneto fan. I'd rather save all my stuff up and just wait till I got somebody useful. Harsh, I should be about there, but I managed to jack around and somehow lose my win streak a while ago. Got smashed by Thor. Missed time his hammer throw. Should have just blocked it. In the arena, I tend to play just very safe, parry and block, and not really dodge a lot, especially when I'm playing on the iPad. It doesn't seem to register all of my movements at times, or it's super laggy, so... Good, Harsh. Just hadn't seen you all, man. Oh. I think I smashed like 3 allergy pills, probably some Mucinex. I'll probably pass out here on live stream here later. If you see drool coming from my mouth, somebody just called the doc, let them know that I'm here passed out. Harsh says he lost his winning streak 3 times. Man, that sucks. Nothing is more irritating than losing the winning streak. There we go. Happy birthday, Seth. Good to hear it's your birthday. Yeah, Harsh, I got a little bit of a late start, so I really need to just get it over with. And again, guys, I appreciate everybody coming in tonight. Listen, if you're new here, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. And then also, if you got some friends, tell them to come in, check it out. Tell them to come subscribe. I got a ton of different videos. There's videos for beginners, a lot of crystal opening. I got 50 Frosty crystals that got opened, 103 Odin Daughters when I went after Angela. And you can watch how bad Kabam hates me on that one. Holy cow. Derek, sure, if you like. There's really not much to see there. My masteries are far from set up properly. Well, not necessarily properly all the way. I've got quite a few points still remaining as I debate which way I want to go with it. But yeah. Offensively, probably going to be looking at dipping a little deeper into deep wounds. Actually been debating taking a little bit off of Assassin and possibly pushing it elsewhere. Angel asked between X23 and Iceman, which would be a better rank 5 option. To me, it's no doubt about it. Give me Iceman. Jacob says X23. I say Iceman. Jeez. Back to that. Personally, I'm just a big fan of Iceman. I think he offers a little more versatility. And he takes care of evade. X23 is nice, but I think I'd take Wolverine over X23, so you know, to me X23 is a top of the notch, but yeah. Yeah, Derek, Deep Wounds is awesome. I got a lot of really good bleed champs as well, so I've been debating on going deeper into Deep Wounds. I just haven't done it yet, but I have a feeling it's coming very shortly. That and Mystic Dispersion. Star says, slice him if you don't make it. Can I have your account? Listen, Star, if I die, yep, you can take over my account. Better treat it right. And you'll probably play it better than I do, so at least that is good news. I do have 4-star. I'm sorry. Seth, I do have Voodoo as a 4-star. I got him from the last arena, used an Awakening Gem on him. Really like him. Really just getting used to him, so I think once I get used to him and how to play him a little better, I'm really going to enjoy him a lot. Would I run Suicides? Yes, I would. The largest reason I haven't messed with my masteries is I just don't have the supplies currently to go out and buy all the cores I need to rearrange everything and pick up the masteries I want. So at this point, I've just kind of been playing with what I got. Doesn't really make a big difference for me. I feel like I can take care of a good chunk of the game, even set up the way I am. I'm aware a better setup would be a little bit better in the long haul, but for now, it is what it is. R31 says, give each of us a few champs. Sounds fair. P. Jane, X23 is only for AQ. Iceman has solution for anything. Stun immune, spiders, night crawlers, all or nothing, double immune on top. I agree there. Iceman is just a little more versatile than X23 in my opinion. X23's got the sexy regen, but again, Wolverine's regen I think is better than X23, and I still take Iceman over that. Seth, I open all of my crystals on Sunday, so I've got a ton of crystals. They're all saved up and ready to go. They will be ready to pop open on Sunday. That way everybody knows Sunday is the day. You can actually follow me on Twitter as well. I'm going to try to start doing a better job of explaining when I'm going to be busting things open and such, so hopefully that should help, so that everybody can get in and watch it. I do agree with you there, Harsh. Fast kills, X23 is better. You know, though I will say this, I've had some pretty fast kills with my Iceman. If you can get everything rolling and you can stack up some of the ice damage, it can go pretty quick. Sure, Supersonic, not a problem. Give me 1 second. Derek asked, how much have I spent on the game so far? Derek, honestly, I don't even want to look at it. I don't want to know. So here's the deal. I started playing the game early on. I left. When I came back, they had revamped the game, in my opinion. They had done a lot of changes, a lot of new heroes. And so, essentially, whenever I came back, it was just like insane. I was so far behind, and it kind of pissed me off, to be quite honest. And so, essentially, I went out and spent money grabbing all the champions they came out with. And I just bought units until I was able to get the champion I wanted. So, yeah. Supersonic got a 4/4 Rogue, duped Thor, Ultron, and World War II. Hey, man, you have some nice champions. Super nice. Rogue is fun to play with. Thor, to me, is still a top-tier champ, able to smash through. Ultron is always good. Can never go wrong with Ultron. And Cap is considered God tier, so all the way around. Nice. Harsh says, I don't have Iceman, so supporting X23. Hey, I understand. Star, you're probably right. It's, yeah. Like I said, I don't even want to go look at it. Alright, we'll take a look at another account here. What is this? Seth's main account, Uncle Sean. Man, if this is your account, that's super nice. I would love to have a 5-star Voodoo. I wish I was better at playing with Voodoo. He's a fantastic champ. Hyperion, Rogue. Cannot go wrong with any of those guys. All the way around. That makes me jealous. Harsh says check out his second account. Comrade 94. Is there supposed to be a period? Did I miss something? Harsh, do you know what you're saying for sure? Alright, Star. Harsh, I couldn't get it to pull your account, man. Did I misspell it somewhere? COMRADE94. Oh, there you are. Harsh, is this really your second account? If this is your second account, jeez. That's nice, man. Yep, I got you. Dude, super nice account. You guys make me sick with your accounts. Here, you want to see my second account? This is going to be embarrassing, but that's my second account. I don't even have time to mess with it. I've got a nice little Nightcrawler and King Groot. I don't even ever hardly play on it, so I'm hoping I get lucky on this login crystal and pick up a Iceman. So I just started it not too long ago. I don't even know how I ended up as an officer in the Alliance. I never log in. It's kind of funny. But I actually only started a second account just so I could secure my name. I didn't want anybody else to grab it, so I went ahead and picked it up. And hopefully one day they'll let me swap names, would kind of be my hope. So, yep. No, Jacob, I don't even want to look. Makes me nauseous. All right. Back to at some point I got to get back to the arena grind here. Jeez. So Seth, yeah, sure, I will hear it later, man. Again, just kind of killing it on my second alliance, on that second account of mine. P. Jane says, why even have two accounts when there is so much to do on just one account? So here's why I ended up with a second account. One, to secure the name. Really, that was my main goal. The second thing that I came around to was I ran into issues when I had a little more time where I would run out of energy. And I was like, well, crap, I'm tired of just sitting here. And I was sitting there itching and waiting, and I was like, oh, I just want something to do. I want something to do. So I started a second account thinking, you know what, I'll just run two accounts. When one account is out of energy, I'll go to the other. And I'll just rotate between them. And while it's a great plan in theory, shortly after that, work picked up, things got busy, and the next thing you know, it was just kind of the rolling ball. I had no time, and so now it never gets attention like it should. Bulldog says, I had two because I was running 4 alliances and needed to be in at least 2 of them. Fair enough. Ugh, this nose. So tired of being sick. And again, guys, thanks for everybody stopping in and watching. Listen, if you're new here, do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button. Come in and hang out with us anytime. We greatly appreciate it. It's always fun having new guys in here. You guys are what makes it go around. Derek, you can have 2 accounts just by simply having 2 emails. It's just simply tied to your email, so really not that hard. Harsh, I'm just seeing your second account made me sick enough, so I'm done. I don't want to see any more of your accounts. You've hurt my feelings enough. That's a super nasty account. Bulldog says he was running 4 alliances at once, a 7 million, a 5 million, 3 million, and a beginner. That's kind of all the way through. All right. P. Jane says, I I just hit every milestone in all 4 arenas. Enough for me. This ain't World of Warcraft to have multiple characters accounts. I was a big World of Warcraft player myself, Jane, and PJ, and I totally agree. I don't know how many accounts I had on World of Warcraft and everything else. So, Bryant, what's up? Not much, man. Just kind of hanging out, doing my late night run, dealing with this stupid head cold, and outside of that, just surviving. Bulldog says that was the idea, cradle to the grave with the wolf pack. Nice. Derek, yes, you can't have 2 accounts on the same device. You just simply log out of one account and into the other because you're logging in through email, not by the device. Now, you can't have the same device tied to 2 accounts, but you can log out and log into anything. Chid says nerd. Jerk. Always being rude in here, man. Oops, totally forgot that I was getting ready to start a fight. Now my hat's all cockeyed. Headset slapped on all funny. Oh well. That should be enough to do him in. Jacob says 1 account is enough for me. Yeah, I don't disagree. Supersonic, take it easy, man, and I appreciate it. Yes, everybody like and subscribe. Take care, bud. R31 says, is it possible to use my account on Apple if I'm an Android user? Yep. Once you're tied into a Kabam account, you can use it across anything. Nice. Bulldog says, I have both types in case of device-specific offers. You know, that's not a bad idea, man. R31 says, oh, well, time to buy an iPhone. Yes, you can buy an iPhone, man. You are not tied down to whatever device you're currently using. Alright, well, hold on 1 second. Alright. So as I've been saying, guys, I've been working on a couple different things that I was looking at rolling out. Let me make sure Chid's around here. Harsh says, time to buy an iPhone. Android is killing me. The bugs are just a pain. Yeah, there's all sorts of back and forth between the two. You can definitely run into a lot of device-specific offers. Harsh says particular bugs appear against particular champions only. So far, I really haven't had too many issues so far, but who knows? PJ says Apple charges taxes too, while Google Play doesn't. Well, that is true. You know, PJ, I'm not sure, but I think if you use an Apple card or the gift card deal, you can get around it. I don't know that it charges taxes to those, which is kind of weird. Bulldog says the Android loading times are killing him. Alright, guys. Seth says, get an iPhone. It's killing me, Smalls. Derek, I use an iPhone typically. When I'm streaming, I normally use an iPad just because I leave my phone in the event somebody needs to get a hold of me. I know it's kind of crazy considering it's 12:50 in the morning and maybe 1 a.m. But the last thing I want to do is have somebody try to reach me and not be able to get a hold of me for some weird event. Yeah, gift cards are not taxed. Alright. Now that might be in the Apple Play Store, but I don't... No, they are not taxed when they're bought in a store because you're not paying for the item. You would actually get taxed whenever you buy the service. So like, for example, if I went and bought an Applebee's gift card, you don't put tax on the card because at that point when you go to spend it, you'd be getting taxed twice. So... Alright, guys. And let's see if this works. It should. Chit, are you there?
Shit.
So guys, we've been working on a couple different things. We're going to test this out tonight. So one of the things we're going to be adding is giving everybody the ability to call in, ask questions, or discuss certain topics inside the game. I should have Chid here on the stream with me now. Chid, can you hear me, and is everything coming through?
Yes, my headset was off and I forgot.
Fair enough. And guys, if you can all hear Chid, do me a favor. Just type it out in live chat. Let me know that you can hear him as well. Again, this is just simply a test run on something that we're working on bringing to the stream consistently. So go ahead, Chid. Talk for a bit. Let the guys know you're here and see what's going on.
Well, kind of in the fight right now, trying to maintain this streak on the T4 arena.
Nice. How far are you in, Chid? Where are you at in the arena? Where are you at on your streak?
Oh, I'm on 15.
On 15?
Once this match is over, I'm set.
Yeah, you're done after this one then. From there, it's smooth sailing.
Yep. Then I can start the other one. How far are you?
I am set. Oh shoot! I'm getting ready to fight Howard the Duck. That's what I get for not paying attention, being happy about the new idea. I think I'm sitting at roughly about 8. I think is what I just saw. Winter Soldier, I'll be fine. I think I'm actually past it, which I'm not too worried about that. So. So again, guys, this is kind of what we're running into. And giving everybody a chance to look forward to something. So the way it's going to work, anybody that's subscribed to the channel is more than welcome to make a call in. The way it's going to work is I'm going to be setting up topics, things that we're going to discuss, whatever it is. You can follow me on Twitter to get the idea ahead of time. And if you'd like to call in on it, give me a heads up. You can add me on Skype and call in, discuss the topic, and really just have a good time.
Oh yeah, you have to be careful about that.
We will be. Chid, you got a lot of people saying, hey, what's up to you? I don't know if you're paying attention to live chat at the same time, but...
yeah, I can see it now.
Bulldog.
What's up, my people on chat?
Bulldog will definitely have to get you in on a call sometime, man.
Yeah, I think he should go next.
Chid says Bulldog's got to be next. Sounds good to me.
Yeah, the star.
Yeah, Bulldog can yell at me about my my arena prediction sometimes. I'm sure he would have plenty to say.
Well, yeah, he could definitely talk our ear off.
Oh yeah. So, all right, guys. So again, just wanted to run a quick test run to make sure everybody could hear it and that it came through. So, guys, that is something that we're going to be working on. So. And guys, he can see the live chat just the same, assuming you guys can hear him.
What's up, Aaron?
Yeah, see? So, alright, well, Chid, I'm going to close this call down for now since we got to make sure it tested. It looks like it's running.
Oh, yeah.
And again, guys, it's going to be something that we kind of put into use, so it'll be definitely interesting.
Stay tuned. Check
it out. All right, Chid. Patrick, I'm drunk, just got out of the Marines, have a fat chick shaving my head with a Bowie knife. Alright, fair enough. Seth says, look at my alliance. Absolutely, I'd be happy to take a look at your alliance here real quick. So guys, as far as the stream goes, I'm assuming everybody could hear Chid fairly well. And again, it's something that we're just kind of starting to mess with. But yeah, it's definitely something that's going to be coming around the corner. So, all right, Seth, going to take a look at your alliance. As expected, a lot of super nice champions. Hey, what's up, Jay Fire? Good to see you, man. I'll just be happy when I get a 5-star champion I really want to level. So far, I've yet to pull a good one. Alright, we'll take a look at Seth. What is it? Seth 215? Jay, you missed it. I had Chid live a while ago, so. Correct, Bulldog. Hey, what's up, Garcia? How's it going, man? Hello from the United States. Hello from Mexico. Hola. And here's Seth's second alliance. So guys, some of the things that we're going to do with the call-in also is we're going to give alliances a chance to come in. And essentially what we're going to do is let people come in, talk about their alliance, do a couple different things, and really have a chance just to get to interact with everybody. We'll be having a couple different discussions, topics. So I'm going to be working on trying to formulate exactly where we want this stream to go. So if you got any ideas or you got something you want to talk about, feel free to shoot me a message, and I'd be happy to take a look at it and see what I can do. You know, hopefully we can have enough people to have general respect for one another and respect for the stream as well in my time. You know, I don't have a whole lot of time, but all my extra time right now I am devoting to the stream and trying to bring as much content and neat stuff to the stream as possible. So I hope that you guys all do me the same favor and show the same respect. You can find me online. You can find me on Twitter. Shoot me ideas. If there's something you'd like to discuss on stream, I'll set you up. You'll be able to make a call in, and we'll discuss it. I mean, essentially, that's what it's here for. So, and Chid's right. Chid says, chance to recruit, share ideas, and discuss issues, all here on the Slice 'em Show. So, and guys, that's what it's all going to be about. It should be a place where we can all have fun, chat, and promote your own alliances, promote your ideas. And again, all I ask is that everybody can remain respectful. If it gets out of hand, I will kick you off the stream. And everybody knows I hate doing that. So do me a favor and please show me the respect. Don't run around telling everybody of what we're going to be doing here. I feel like I'm bringing something a little different to YouTube, and so I'd like to have a chance to try and run it for as long as possible before everybody else figures it out and tries to mimic it. So yeah. Nice, Harsh. Duke to Scarlet Witch. Can't go wrong with that. Scarlet Witch is still an absolute beast if you ask me. Alright. So again, guys, if you're interested in being live on the stream, do me a favor. Follow me on Twitter or hit me up online. Let me know what it is you'd like to jump in, discuss, whether it can be a certain champion, a certain event inside the game, whatever it is you got. Hey, look, I'm looking for people that are good and can put a good, solid, expert opinion on something. So I always ask that you know what you're talking about. If you haven't done it, don't talk about it. This should be tips and ideas for everybody. R31 says the slice and dice show. I guess we got to find a dice first. Kind of funny. The slice 'em and dice 'em deal is actually something that I did come up with on WoW. I had a... Okay, Jacob, I'm in on that. We'll talk about it online here later. I'd be absolutely happy to maybe sit down and look at an Alliance War afternoon where we can talk Alliance War placement and different paths and ways to maximize our war potential. Harsh says, should I rank for her or take up? So no, it's a no-brainer. Harsh, you take up Scarlet Witch, no-brainer, not even close. If Scarlet Witch is duped, to me, she's still one of the best in the game. So here's all I ask, guys. Do me a favor. As we continue to build the call-in deal, if you're going to be online, do me a favor. Bring as many people as you can to the mix. As we continue to grow, we'll be able to host more and more events. And it's just going to go from there. So, oh boy. Not ideal pushing him over. But that's what I was afraid of. That's what I get for not paying attention. I get to talking and I forget where I'm at. Whoops. Yeah, I mean, Scarlet Witch to me is a no-brainer. She is just amazing. Hey, I appreciate it, Garcia. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Come in and follow us and hang out anytime, man. Oh, and again, I do apologize about all my sniffles. This head cold is just a royal pain in my rump. Come on, Black Panther, just throw this already. Ugh. Not a big fan of this idea. Ugh. Whew. Ugh. J-Fire says he prefers Voodoo to Scarlet Witch. R31 says that's what I use. Chids, Scarlet Witch, Hawkeye, Vision, Ultron, and Quake. Hey, I appreciate it, Garcia. I will take the luck wherever it's from, whether it's Mexico, here, there, or where. I take all luck. Jacob says use Quake and Hawkeye, or Quake and Black Widow to make any champ with abilities better. Jacob, you're right and wrong there. The deal with that is Quake and Black Widow only help each other. It's only shared amongst themselves. Quake and Hawkeye is with everyone else. Nice. Seth just duped his 5-star Mordo. Super nice. Hey, Pitt, how's it going, man? And again, guys, anybody that's new, do me a favor, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I appreciate all the help I can get, so... Jacob says, well, that's stupid. I'm not real sure what's stupid. I might be afraid to ask. Alright. Scroll down here and find some old champ to throw in here with these guys. Sexy Gamora. Alright. Chit says I call it the feminist synergy. Oh, Jacob, you're talking about the synergy. Yeah. Yeah, Quake and Black Widow only synergize with each other. It does not affect anyone else. Hawkeye and Quake are the two that pass it out amongst the rest of the team. Hey, I appreciate it, Pitt. Thanks for the subscriber. Wow, you got 5-5-star crystals to go, huh, Elizabeth? Or Seth. Nice. Best of luck, man. Alright. And now that I've opened up the calling center, guys, we're going to go ahead and bring Star in. Stars want to see what's going on, so we'll test that with Star, make sure it works. Star, can you hear me?
Am I on the stream?
You should be live on the stream, Star.
What's up, guys?
So again, got Star on the stream. There he is. Guys, give him a holler. So Star, can you hear me fine? And is everything else working out okay?
Yeah, everything's alright. I'm getting my computer to watch myself talk as I'm talking.
Guys, if you can do me a favor, if you hear Star, say hi to him. Again, we're just simply testing out the new call-in feature that we're going to be bringing to the stream. So don't hesitate to say hi to the guys in the stream. Let me know that it's working. Just kind of let all my mods test it out to make sure it's going to work just the way kind of I'm hoping. So.
Yeah, my computer's not working. Beautiful. Let's find my other phone.
So, Star, are you looking forward to the new Spider-Man champ? I know you're a big Spider-Man fan, so for you,
yeah.
Spider-Man Homecoming's got to be exciting.
Yeah.
Now, was it you or was it... No, it was another guy that had bought a Science Awakening gem for the new Spider-Man, but I believe he's going to be tech. Is kind of what everybody's telling us, correct?
Yeah. I would say he's going to be tech, especially since there's already Spider-Gwen, Miles Morales, and Classic that are already science.
I think it's going to be tech. I think the reason we're looking at tech here is mainly because we're going to be basically dealing with Iron Man's suit. A suit Spider-Man has designed from Stark Industries, so...
yes, and on the trailer it says he has 504 web abilities, so I would say the suit's pretty teched out.
Interesting. That goes to show you, I haven't realized much more. So, Bulldog, actually, it's going to be through Skype. Chit is saying he's going to be a science champ. I don't see him going to be a science champ.
If he's a science champ, they better add Spider-Man 2099.
Wow. So, Jacob's saying he's thinking it was leaked that he is science.
No, the video it showed where he was leaked, the player icons above were glitched, and it was the Miles Morales one. Just
Correct.
like when it showed Vulture, it had
that was Archangel.
one above. Yeah.
I was going to say, from what I noticed, it looked like basically they just took the template for Miles and the template for Archangel for those two champions. So yeah, I don't think that's really going to be what they are. I think what we're going to find is that it's going to be a tech It wouldn't shock me either, really, to see Vulture beat Tech, considering if it's anything based off the movie, it looks like he's pretty well.
Yeah, he has no actual abilities. It's all the suit.
Correct. It's all going to be about a suit that he has built. So I think we're going to be seeing some Tech champions come in, which is going to give us a pretty heavy run of Tech champions. Essentially, we just went Yondu, Nebula, and we're going to be adding, Punisher as well. I forgot about that. Carnage was Cosmic, but we're going to be picking up more Tech.
Shocker from Spider-Man Homecoming is going to be Tech.
Really? Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
Has anybody confirmed Shocker is going to be in the game yet?
Well, he should be. I mean, he's one of the main villains of the movie, so I would say.
Yep, we shall see. Considering we already have Electro, it would be pretty interesting to see Shocker.
And he's part of the Sinister Six, so I mean.
Correct. And I've heard they're looking at bringing a good chunk of them in. So we'll see what happens. Jacob says we need Science Screw Tech, so I don't disagree. There is really no great science champ out there right now.
Except Cap World War II.
Yeah, you got to go with Cap World War II, but even then, man, outside of that, it really goes downhill quick. Hulk, I think the back Hulk got a pretty good boost.
There's Hulk, then there's Cap Classic, which is pretty decent.
Sure. I think the boost to Hulk really brought him up a lot. Definitely makes him a viable science champion. So, real quick, can everybody else hear? Bulldog says, would you say it would be shocking? Let me ask you this. Real quick, guys, in live chat, can you hear Star just fine? How well is he coming across? Volume okay? I just want to make sure everything is coming across fairly clear. And Star, early when Chid was on, was you able to hear Chid just fine? Or again?
Yeah, he was a really bit quiet. He wasn't talking all that often, but when he was talking, I heard him fine.
Okay, good. All right, well, I tell you what, Star, it sounds like Homecoming Spider-Man should be coming to us here soon. I know you're a big Spider-Man fan, so I'm assuming you're going to be looking forward to the movie as well.
Oh, you don't even want to know how many Odin vaults I'm going to buy for him.
Again, I can only imagine knowing you. I know you're going to be going after him pretty hard, so. Good. Bulldog says you can hear him fine. Chid can hear you fine. So, again, guys, just running a test run on this. Looks like everything is coming across just perfect. Jacob says science class is very weak. I would totally agree with that. Now, have we heard what about Doc Ock is coming in? I've heard he is going to be a champion coming to the game. Sounds like he got leaked in the files. Seems like he's going to be pretty interesting. The question is, has anybody heard where he's going to fall at?
I would say Tech.
And see, I would have to agree with you again. I feel like we're going to have to run into this a huge deal of Tech champions. So, Harsh says, let him be any class, just don't make him bullshit. Hey, I don't disagree with that. So,
I really like the look of Spider-Man Homecoming's L2, because it's like the original where you swing and kick, but then there's the extra web shoots after.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty interesting. Jacob says, watch him come in as a Tech, because, of course, this is Kabam we're dealing with. I'm assuming you're talking about Doc Ock. Man, I almost feel like he has to be Tech. I mean, I guess you could argue that he is a science-based individual, I guess, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, in a way I could see it, but still. You know how Kabam is, so.
Well, Kabam is Kabam, so. Pitt, I appreciate the nice job, so do me a favor, if you guys got any friends, anybody looking for a stream to come hang out, and send them our way. So Harsh says Doc Octopus is going to be the counter to Iceman. I definitely think it's going to be very interesting to see. The story is his attack will either be bleed. If you can't bleed, it'll be poison. If you're poison immune, it goes to shock. So
this is a bit off topic, but I was always wondering why they never added the MCU's Quicksilver.
That's a great question. I think it probably come down the pipeline eventually. So who knows? Real quick, Derek says, if you dupe a champ in arena, is it a signature of 1 or 8? Derek, it depends. If you dupe it as a basic, it's a 1. If they're a featured champ, it runs up as normal. Jacob again, Kabam is flooding all the other classes except for Science. Last Science champ was Quake. Wow. So yeah, we haven't had a Science champ in a good while. Well, Star, listen, man. I appreciate you calling in, and again, guys, we're going to be basically, basically we're going to be moving things up and kind of trying to set up a little bit of a schedule. We'll have certain days that we discuss certain events, and we'll be bringing in people. Bulldog puts up a good, interesting point. Licensing could be an issue. Quicksilver is technically owned by Fox. Bulldog, the only problem with that is it wouldn't make any sense.
Because the entire X-Men are already in.
Yeah, we've already got all the X-Men, which are owned by Fox. So I don't really see that being the issue. Chid says it's because he's already dead. So technically, you are correct. The one in the Marvel universe is dead. The one in the Fox universe is kicking it, and everybody is loving it. So Chid says he's not bullet immune. Seth has apparently just duped his Star-Lord 5-star. He is on a roll, absolute roll with his 5-star crystals. That is just nasty.
I want a 5-star.
Yeah, I'll be glad when I get to crack my crystals open, so. R31 says, who needs Quicksilver? We have the Flash. R31, I think you're on the wrong universe there, buddy. Bulldog says, just because they allow one doesn't mean they allow all. Very good point. However, again, we've got multiple Fox property. And it depends, too, on what was brought in whenever the game was formed. So, who knows? I guess I need
what I find... Oh, sorry for interrupting.
Oh, you're fine. Go ahead, man.
What I find interesting is, Fox Studios and MCU collaborate because they killed off Quicksilver in the MCU, but they killed off Scarlet Witch in the X-Men series. Because when Magneto's child died and his wife, that's killing off Scarlet Witch.
Interesting.
Do you not recall that on?
Yeah, no. You're talking about during the one movie, the Days of Future Past, correct? Or no, Apocalypse. Sorry. Jeez.
Yeah, Apocalypse.
That's an interesting point. I don't know that it's supposed to be confirmed that that's the case, though. Grim, what's up, man? Killed it in BG2 this war. So the good news is it sounds like the alliance that I'm in is doing well. Apparently we should have a war win, so I'm stoked about that. Jacob says he believes Frojo heard that they could be bringing in Fantastic Four. Now, I have heard that. I have heard that we are going to be getting the Fantastic Four. I saw something leaked somewhere about them, but I don't remember where that was at. And Star, feel free to talk, because I'm going to focus up. I need to make sure I don't lose my streak here.
Yeah, it's fine, man.
So go ahead. You can answer some of these questions and debate your point here that was Scarlet Witch that died in the movie. Because now you got Bulldog and Chid calling you out on it.
Well, yeah, because when Quicksilver died in MCU, they could bring him in easy in the Fox films. But when the arrow went through Magneto's wife and only other kid, which in the comics is only 2 children, are Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch. Not to mention at the beginning of the movie, it showed her powers over the animals, and talking to them through telepathy. Therefore, you knew she had powers. And I would say, him holding both his family in his arms dead shows they're dead. So
interesting point. I will say this: considering how Fox and Marvel have not got along any at all, I don't see them saying, "Hey, I tell you what, you take Quicksilver, we'll take Scarlet Witch. You kill off Quicksilver, we'll kill off Scarlet Witch." They seem to do whatever they can to just kind of piss in each other's cereal. So I really don't see that being the case.
Maybe it's just luck then.
I'm going to say I think you might be barking up the wrong tree here. Bulldog says wrong. Magneto had several children, including Parallax and a couple others.
That's true, but I'm talking about the main storyline, not alternate.
Interesting. Either way, I don't necessarily think that was the case, and I definitely don't think that's Fox and Marvel putting their heads together by any means. But Chid said she doesn't have telepathy, so you're kind of running into problems. Look, I can see your point, but either way, I don't see Fox and Marvel really getting together and saying, "Hey, here you go. You kill off one, I'll kill off the other."
Getting killed in the chat. Maybe I should shut my mouth.
Yeah, welcome to the joys, man. Say one wrong thing and it's not going to be good. Harsh says Magneto must be good in bed. When you're a mutant and you can control can control metals, I'm sure you can probably do a lot of interesting things and pick up the ladies. Can you
Apparently, they love seeing a loader flight in a lighter float in the air.
So, all right, man. Well, listen, I appreciate you coming on, testing the new feature out. So, I'll be bringing you back in some other time, Star. And again, I appreciate the help and the support, man.
Yeah, it's no problem, man.
All right, well, keep on rocking, and I will holler at you later, brother.
All right, peace, man.
All right, excuse me again, guys. So, Grim, looks like you had a pretty good war, eh? Jacob says he's lost. Bulldog says, I'm 41. I memorized the Marvel Universe books in 1989. New Marvel has got so much stuff. And the guy that I work with, my sales manager, is actually a huge Marvel fan. Huge comic book fan, I should say. Where am I at my streak? I guess I should pay attention a little bit. Alright. I should be able to go to my 4 stars. So I'm constantly picking his brain on different things as well. So, and again, good job, Star. I appreciate you coming in, helping me test this out. Again, guys, all I ask is that everybody be respectful. And like I said, I'm going to be trying to put out an itinerary, maybe, an idea of what's going to be talked about each day. I'll be bringing in different alliances, different leaders. I'll try to bring in maybe my alliance leader, an amazing player, good guy. We were discussing Winter Soldier earlier today. Grim for my alliance, Jacob, Anthony. So I got a good group of guys that are going to be helping out, and we'll be looking for new people to call in all the time as well. Grim says, yeah, did 11 fights, only gave him 1 kill. Shouldn't have died, but being angry about that 1 death made me solo the left mini boss. That's nice. Bulldog, go ahead and shoot me an invite if you want. I'll be happy to send you. Let's see here. Who do I want to go? We'll go this way. I really don't like the idea of playing against this team with my iPad, but we'll see how it goes. And again, excuse me, guys. If you are new here watching for the very first time, do me a favor. Please hit the like and the subscribe button. We'd greatly appreciate it. better get to work on baiting her special. Come on. And I've had such a rough time baiting specials here lately. Normally not much of an issue. Come on, Gwenpool. Uh-oh. Well, it looks like I'm going to have to just live with it and push her over. Whew. Yeah, give me 1 second here, Bulldog, and I'll pick you up. And yeah, Elizabeth, nice pulls. Well, Grim, you missed it. He duped a Star-Lord, Mordo, and Ultron tonight out of 5-star crystals. Yeah, they never seem to want to, but it always never fails. From what I can see, it looks like they won't use their L3s or their specials unless it's going to kill you. So that's, to me, kind of, as long as you can keep your health up and they're not going to kill you, it seems that you're going to be able to walk away without their specials activating. Ooh, had a little lag patch there. That was no good. Here I am trying to bait him into it, and then he throws it as I go in. Toasted. Nice. Bulldog, shoot me a message online and I'll tell you what to do. R31, it looks like they're just there to take and really make it a lot harder than it should be. And by the way, guys, if you're in the line chat, Jake did us a favor posting some masteries. So if you're looking for an in-game mastery setup without suicides, those are posted inside our line chat as well. I just pop them. According to Kabam, it doesn't matter, so I'd pop them and be done with it. See what you get. Unless you're streaming. If you're streaming, then yeah, you gotta spin them. Let people watch the excitement. Oh, this is an undupe. Nice. And Bulldog, I just got your message. Give me 1 second here. It's gonna get her. Alright, let us know what you get, Seth. That'd be interesting to hear. And again, guys, if anybody's new here, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Hit subscribe, hit like. Come in, hang out with us anytime. Always looking for new people to come in and enjoy the stream, so it's not that she's that bad R31. But when you're fighting against her, it definitely makes it a lot easier. You don't have to worry about the limbo damage. So that is a big difference maker, if you ask me. Oh. Star says, I'm sure you all have heard of the crystal comes from the bottom corner thing helps. It's a myth, but it feels like it helps. I have not heard of that. And Jacob just got down Skype, so excellent. And again, guys, if you're interested in calling in at some point, let me know. Again, I'm just going to kind of run some people through the test run, make sure everything comes through nice and clear, and then we'll have it ready for the rest of the week. Yeah, let's just keep this easy. Alright, here goes nothing. And Bulldog, did you get my message online? Should give the address to add. Just simply add that address. Alright. Now I feel pretty comfortable here. Alright. Give me 1 second. Seth says he pulled Archangel, duped Voodoo and Mordo, and got Rogue and Star-Lord. Scarlet Witch. Daredevil pulled Hyperion, got Nightcrawler, and then duped Ultron. You had amazing pulls on your crystals tonight, I can tell you that. Very nice. Oh, you know what you're saying. Okay. Give me 1 second, I will. Grim at R31. Magic is good offensively regardless of being duped or unduped. On defense, she's only good duped. I totally agree with that. The damage from Limbo is just handy when you're on offense, but it's not a necessity. So, I definitely think it's definitely handy. But again, it's not a necessity. She's still good even without it. So, and again, guys, if you're new around here, do me a favor, go ahead and hit that like button, and also hit subscribe. We greatly appreciate it. Last I checked, sitting at about 225 subscribers. So, and I'm gonna hopefully just melt Winter Soldier here. That's not gonna help. Uh-oh. That's not good. Not good at all. Ooh, I did not think he would cover that much ground. Dang it. Let me go check here real quick. No, Bulldog, I did not get it yet. Try it again, or just shoot me your email online and I'll go from there. Had I been able to double those shock damage, I think I could have got Winter Soldier. That sucks. Alright, Star-Lord, Iron Man. Oh, he's unduped, so I don't have to worry about the heals. That'll be nice. There you go, Bulldog. Just got it. Alright. There we go. Oh, again, excuse me. Alright. And we keep the streak rolling. I should be set after I get through this. R31 says it takes me months for one 5-star. Yeah, I'm the same way. But the bigger the alliance, the bigger the rewards, the faster it all comes your way. Alright. And guys, give me 1 second here. I'm going to be bringing Bulldog in. Alright, Bulldog. Got your mic ready to rock and roll, I hope, because here we go. All you got to do is answer the call.
Hello?
Bulldog, what's up? You're
Hey,
live.
can you hear me?
Hey, we're live and on the stream, my friend.
Are we really? Oh, well, hang on. Oh, there's my mic. So everybody can hear me?
Guys, can everybody hear Bulldog? If so, give him a shout out in live chat. But yeah, you should be live, and you're looking at about a 5-second delay, Bulldog, just so you know. So when you see
so
something
like
in live chat, you
radio.
got a little bit of delay there. Yep. But everybody should be saying hi here soon.
Right on. Yeah, I've done plenty of radio over the years, and I had my own podcast with a group of people with about 500,000 downloads a month. So I'm used to talking to people.
Nice.
Yeah, we just wrapped it up last year. So, well, this is awesome. I've always wanted to do something like this.
Well, good, man.
So, all right, what's tonight's topic? Hit me.
Hey, you tell me. Right now, this is just me testing it all out. So,
right on.
Here, let me ask you.
Oh, go ahead.
Let me ask you this: how do you feel about round 2 Hyperion cutoff? I know you were preaching a high cutoff. I was preaching a lower one. Obviously,
yeah, and it was what, 5.8?
5.7, 5.8, somewhere in that range is what I heard.
Yeah.
I still think that's too high. But
well,
what's your thoughts?
Again, you got to separate out. See, this is the thing. You got to separate out the world as it should be from the world as it is. Do I think that 6.7 million and 5.7 million are respectively too high for Hyperion? Absolutely. I think it's ridiculous. But that's the world we live in. You got more and more people playing, more and more people getting rosters capable of doing the arena, and this is the way that a lot of people get their 4-stars. That's why I knew he was going to go, I knew he would stay high, because there were so many people that were like, oh my God, I can't believe I missed him at 6.2. Oh, I can't believe I missed him at 6.3. So I knew a lot of people were going to say, you know what, I'm getting him this time.
I totally don't disagree with you there. And what I thought is that we're going to see a lot of those high placing guys basically go away. I didn't
got it already.
Right, like, hey, I got it. And, here's the deal. In a lot of the chat rooms I kind of monitor, what I found is a lot of people basically said, look, I've been saving a Cosmic Awakening gem just for him.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to do 2 rounds of this. So I really was expecting that second round to be much, much less.
Yeah, and I think what it comes down to is, the amount. Again, it's where you get your information. So you're seeing a lot of people saying that. I'm seeing a lot of people saying, this is crap. I can't believe I missed out on it at this. So I kind of just went with my gut that because he was such a high quality champion, he was like voodoo. He was the type of champion that everybody wants to have on their roster. That there would be people that were willing, that were not going to let that happen again. And if enough people went in high, it's going to push those cutoffs. If enough people are dropping 7s, 8s, 8.5s, it is going to keep that cutoff high. That's why I figured it would stay where it did.
Sure, it makes sense. And like I said, I totally see where that's coming from. And I understand it, and again, it just blows my mind. I really expected to see a little bit more of a drop, 5.7 to 5.8. And again, I haven't seen the official release of what people are calling to be the cutoff, but it's still an astronomically high cutoff. I mean, basically, this is how crazy it is. Hyperion, 2 weeks later, almost beat Voodoo's round 1 with his round 2.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't, it's one of those things where unless it's a champ like a Winter Soldier, a Spider-Gwen, something like that, I don't see those numbers going down. I don't think it's going to jump astronomically every week, but I think in the new reality is 5 to 5.5 million for good champs. I just think that's the world that we live in now. Especially as they keep dropping. I mean, I know I'm going to drop 6.5, 7 million to get Archangel because I still haven't gotten him from a crystal. I didn't get him last time. I'm going to do the same thing for Iceman, because I have the capability now. Do I enjoy it? No, nobody enjoys doing 7 million in the arena, 8 million in the arena, but it's the easiest way for me to get them. It's not going to cost me an arm and a leg to do it. If the drop rates on features were a little bit better, maybe I'd try to chase him financially, but that's just not a realistic solution. So, I think this Winter Soldier, I think could go as low as 2.2, 2.3, and you're going to see those, and that's great because that gives the people that are starting out a chance to get. That's how I got my Winter Soldier and duped him, was out of the arena when he was like 2.3 million.
Sure.
And that's good. And the thing is just when it's a good champ, a Hyperion, a Voodoo, an Iceman, an Archangel, you just have to accept that unless you're in that top tier, you are not going to get them, and you'll get them the next time they come around when a dozen more, or 20 more champs have dropped, and that's just the world we live in now.
No, I can definitely say I don't disagree with that. I think Grim's kind of hitting what I'm on, and I'm pulling it up right now, just to kind of look at here. And this is what's insane when you say a good champ. Okay, well, let's go back and take a look. People were excited about Rogue when she came out.
She's a good champ.
Yeah, and here you go. Rogue went for 3.9 first round and then went up to 4.1 second round.
Yep.
Quake, again, another champion everybody was looking for, 4.6, 3.3. And that's not that long ago. That's, to me, something happened from Ghost Rider at 4.3 and 3.9 to Mordo 5.1. And I feel like once Mordo beat that, or broke open that 5 million marker, it's just opened up this idea that an arena's got to be 5 million. It's got to be 5 million to get that champ.
I would love to see Kabam statistics on number of players that have joined, in the last 6 months, because the fact is, like 6 months ago, grinding 6 million in the arena was a pipe dream for me. It really was,
Sure.
And they've done so much in the last year, just since, let's say, Christmas, in increasing the number of 4-star shards we can get, increasing the number of 5-star shards we can get, dropping these with 12.0 and dropping these new kind of world breaker champs, for lack of a better term. There's every month, there's how many thousands of people that are now capable of doing it. If they're retaining If they've got a good retention rate of players and a decent influx
Sure.
rate of new players, you're going to have more and more competition for these things. Think of how bad it was before they split the arenas. Can you imagine what it would? I mean, Morto and Voodoo would be 15, 16 million, easily, because there was no separation. So
Sure.
thank God at least we have the new arena system. Could be way worse.
And you kind of hit on that. Now let me ask this, because to me, a new player, maybe we're not getting enough of the new players into the arena, because they're not even, they're not even joining until they have a pretty good little stacked deal of champions. And
Yep.
and you are right. I mean, I can go back. I've got a picture of my lineup that I submitted to my old alliance when I very first came back to the game on Christmas Eve. And at that point, I think I had 8, 7, 8 4 stars.
Right.
And since then, I mean, you guys see my roster now,
Now.
mind you.
Yeah.
I've bought a lot of champions. I mean, let's just call it
Right.
for what it is. I decided I wanted them, and I went after them however I could get them.
Right.
Because I couldn't grind the arena. There was no way back then.
Right.
So you are correct. It's a lot easier for people to hit the arena up and be able to grab these champions and get stuff. And there's more and more 4-star shards. We have a lot of stuff that has come into the game. So maybe that's what we're seeing. I don't know.
I mean, I've earned 12 4-stars since the 9th of June, and a 5-star. I opened that Iron Fist on the 9th, and then I opened Magic last night. Like, that's the point we're at, because, if you're just hitting the top milestones in these arenas, you're twice a week you're getting, 1,200 4-star shards. You're getting, plus all of the deals that they've offered, and some of them have been garbage, like that $100 one the other day, but some of them have been, have been good deals, and that's why, one of the things that gets me, and it's kind of a little bit of a tangent, every time I see somebody bragging, well, I don't pay for this game. Well, good for you, but guess what? The people that pay are the ones that keep the servers running. So
I don't
I'm not
disagree.
ashamed. I'm not ashamed to admit at all that I've spent money on the game. I gave up my daily coffee so I could get the daily special, and it's yielded me 9 4-stars since I started doing it. It's
Sure.
so that like you said, my roster, I have pictures from back then too. I wouldn't have stood a chance in them. I started out in the early days. I started out the hard way, grinding the 2-star arena and getting every 3-star champ I can. Every champ I have is as maxed, pretty much as it can get, except for the ones that could go to 440 and 550. But yeah, I mean, it's at the point now where I can do it. So if I can do it and I'm earning the battle chips and the gold, why wouldn't I?
Sure. And that's kind of the same thing that I did. I started out running that whenever I played way back in the day. That's what I did. I was in the 2-star arena trying to just get all the 3-stars because I had no way of getting a 4-star.
Exactly.
And so for me, I mean, you can look. My 3-star deal was just loaded. I had every 3-star there was, and that's where the game became very repetitive for me. I was getting 3 stars, had no way to get the new 4 stars, and I said, you know what, screw this, I'm done, I quit. I leave the game and I come back, and not only that, they add all these new champions and all this new stuff, and I was like, holy cow.
Yeah, I mean, Kabam is a business. It's like, you ever played Magic the Gathering or any collectible card game?
Absolutely. I'm a huge nerd. I'm probably the biggest nerd jock you'll ever meet.
I love it, which is why we get along. I've played Magic since beta. I've left several times and come back, but that's how Wizards of the Coast makes their money, is by dropping new product. They make no money off of the legacy market. And it's the same thing with Kabam. Like, this is how they make their money, is by coming out with new champs, by rolling out new content. Well, that's why I was so mad about the 5-star, because LOL's the only thing I have left to do, and I can't do it unless I have a 5-star champ that's decent enough, but that's neither here nor there. The point being is, like, so if you were a new player now, my alt account is a perfect example. I started my alt account around Christmas because I had to keep an eye on another alliance. It's 130K, and I haven't done a war in 2 months, and I barely spend anything on it, just by doing the arenas. I've got like 22 4-stars now. So the game is not what it was in, December of 2015. It's a whole new ball game.
No, I
and
totally agree with you
the
there.
reality. So I don't have a. Now let me ask you, what's your opinion? You know, Dorky Diggity Dave has said that for at least a week he's not going to discuss arena cutoffs because he wants to see what effect the YouTubers predicting cutoffs has on the actual amount. I expected everybody to be on board with it, but so far, like Brian has said, he's not going to go along with it. He doesn't think it has any effect. What do you think? Do you think the constantly talking about the cutoffs affects their overall outcome?
Absolutely. To me, there's no doubt about it.
Yeah. I'm not saying correlation is causation, but there is definitely a correlation.
Well, here, let's just be honest about it. Perception is reality. I mean, here's the deal. I live in the sales world, okay? I started in sales at 22 years old, and I've done very, very well in it, okay? And I can tell you right now, I don't care what you're selling. It's the perceived value that the customer is getting that determines what they will spend, okay?
Yep.
And this is where I come back to, I'm not hating on Seaton, on Dorky Dave, on any of the big YouTubers, Brian or any of these guys. But my point is, if they pass along a perceived value for a champion that he's worth $6 million, people believe that to be so. And the thing is, they have the biggest audience, so they have the biggest effect. So there's no doubt about it in my mind. Talking about it changes it. And the problem is you're never going to get away from it. And here's why. I'm not a big YouTuber by any means. Super small. Just some guy that decided to start doing this about 2 months ago. Had one of the worst streams ever because it was laggy as all could get out. Nothing. But still, I mean, think about this. You've been a mod for my channel. You've been in here most of the times I'm streaming. How many times do we see somebody new come in and just ask me randomly, hey, what's the cutoff going to be? What are you predicting the cutoff as? Dude, I could tell them it's going to be 15 million. They don't have to know me.
Right.
But all they're doing is they're looking to confirm what they've heard. You know? And I think that's what we're running into.
That's the argument. The argument that Brian made, which I disagree with, is that people are smart. They've already got a preconceived notion. They've heard it on Reddit. They've heard it elsewhere, and all the YouTubers are doing is confirming that. And I said, if they already know it. And I said, if that's true, then why is it that the first 100 messages you get every night are, what's the cutoff for this going to be? What's the cutoff for that going to be? What's the cutoff going to be? I really think that, I'm not saying that they're the be all and end all. I'm not saying that YouTubers are setting the cutoff, but I agree that their predictions. If I had not talked to anybody or heard anything about Hyperion, I would, if I had access to the history of the arena, I would have thought, yeah, probably around Voodoo or a little less, because Voodoo's better, like we talked about multiple times. But the fact is I have Reddit, I have the YouTubers, I have all these, and I'm hearing how many people really want this character that don't have it, so that influences the amount that I think it's going to go for, which then pushes me to do more if I were going after it.
No, I agree, and that's, and here is my big argument. To me, it's pretty simple. We have a tiering system that people enjoy to go by. I mean, how many times if you start talking about a champ, they quickly go to what Seaton has said, on his ranking. Okay. Oh no.
That guy's a god tier.
That's a god tier. Oh no, that's an amazing tier. That's a so and so. And here's where I run into my argument with Hyperion, and it goes to show how quickly things can change. So weeks before Hyperion comes out, I went and looked. Seaton had him ranked in the demigod, slightly above Thor, and way behind a ton of other champions. I mean, he wasn't even in the top half. I want to say he was like number 17 in the demigod section. Okay.
Now, who was this? This was Hyperion?
Yeah, this is Hyperion.
Okay. All right.
In the meantime, you got Voodoo, who he has marked as a god tier champion. So how can you have a god tier champion that you're pushing as a god tier come in less than a a demigod, and not even a top of the tier demigod. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's where I run at, and this is where I have an issue with the way the Hyperion situation was approached. To me, people just didn't use their head. They heard 6 million, they heard whatever, and that's the number they went to. It didn't matter. You know, they used it for cannon fodder and went straight after it.
Yeah. I think too many people too are putting weight on champions based on what they've heard, not on their needs. Or because, like, for example, I've got 16 550s, right? I can field an entire team of 550s, defense, offense, AQ, and run a solo team for 550. So I really don't need anybody else. And yet I'm still, I still want particular champs. I want to be able to have that variety and stuff. But I think for, when you're coming up, it should be about what's going to do you the most good. If you've already got a 550 Classic Spidey and a 550 Miles Morales, is the best bet for you to go after, insert champ here or whatever.
Sure.
I just think I think too much weight is being put on. I've seen this kind of behavior. I'm an old man too. I've seen this kind of behavior in the collectibles market. People trying to predict, like Beanie Babies back in the early 2000s or comic books or things like that. Trying to get them, but these champs don't have any resale value. Their only value is what they can do for your game.
Sure.
So shouldn't that be the deciding factor? If for example, like Mystics, I've got Voodoo 550, I got Ghost Rider 550, I've got Magic 550. I don't need Iron Fist, Juggernaut, Loki, any of these other I can't take them up. There's not enough. I don't have enough resources. So if suddenly tomorrow Dormammu was in the arena, would I like to have Dormammu? Sure, but I can't use him. I can't do anything with him, so I'm not going to go after him. And I think if more people, made their decisions based on that factor, it would definitely influence the outcomes of the arenas.
I can agree with that. And I think,
but that's a personal thing.
And I agree. The other side to the Hyperion beef, I think, comes down to, a lot of people saw him getting used for 5.2, and I think that really kind of drove his score up as well. So,
true. The collector. I think the collector put the fear in a lot of people.
Oh,
that
absolutely.
whole map, there is something to be said for the situational nature of some champs. Like I'll give you a perfect example. Mordo around Christmas when his event was going on. That was the first time I had a legitimate chance to 100% a master mode. So that's I haven't been doing master very long. Like the Terra Genocide event, I couldn't even get through one whole run. I got through like 2.2, and that was about it. But I took Captain America World War II, a champ I really don't like or care for, to 440 just because he was the best champ to take on Mordo at the time. I didn't understand. Now, of course, I can beat Mordo with my eyes closed. But at the time, I made that decision based on that. So, had I taken him to 550 and there hadn't been rank ups and stuff, I would have him at that because of a situational need. And I think that definitely fueled a lot of the Hyperion, fervor. And I think people, too, think that Thor is more nerfed than he is. Because in my opinion, I take Thor over Hyperion every day and twice on Sunday. I just think he's a more useful champ. Plays better.
I think he's definitely smoother.
Way smoother, yeah.
Because
I hate the clunky play style.
Yeah, and I think the reason I think he's smoother is, let's be honest. You parry, you go to work. You parry, you go back to work. There is nothing that you have to wait on there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
With Hyperion, it's okay. You get your block, you build your Furies, you run your L2, rinse and repeat. Now, do I want to use my L1, get some long-standing damage? There's a lot of that in there, so.
And don't think about it too long, because now Paragain's kicked in, and boom, you're at SP3.
Well, and here's the thing. Oh, now I want to heal. I've got to run it up to SP3, collect my 3 little charges, and then convert that over to healing. So, there's a lot there, which is what we see out of a lot of the new champs.
which is I was just about to say is something that I enjoy and appreciate. Like at first, several of the guys in my alliance got Voodoo, and they're like, "Oh my God, Voodoo's the best champ ever." And I played him one time on a 3-star, and I'm like, "What? I don't get it. This sucks." But then when I got him and started using him and read his profile, and I'm like, "Okay, now I get it." Like I see how good he is, and I like that they're doing that. I'll tell you, it's so embarrassing. I just learned a month ago that if you hold on to Wolverine's power meter and let it build up, his regeneration gets better. Yeah. I never read it. I never saw anybody talk about it. I literally didn't know that. And that has changed the course of the game for me because I use him in AQ now.
Oh, absolutely.
And I would love to see. That's something I love when people do champion spotlights, because there are so many subtleties to these champions that people may not know about unless they see it. And I hope to see more of that. That's something. I mean, you also, unfortunately, there's only 24 hours in a day. What are you going to do? But I really like that Kabam is doing that and adding. Sometimes it's a miss. Sometimes it's too clunky and it doesn't work. But sometimes they like a Voodoo, they hit it out of the park. And if you use them correctly, because if you think about it, it's a very simplistic game. Heavy attack, light attack, dodge, you know what I mean? Like there's not a whole lot to it. So these little changes that they're making the champions a little more complex and more versatile, and more situational. I love it. I think Kabam's doing a good job in that respect.
And I don't disagree, and it's kind of funny you talk about Wolverine. I'm going to refer back to my video library. Somewhere in there is a beginner's guide to Wolverine, because I had a buddy, similar situation, and he's new to the game. And he said, I don't understand the hype behind Wolverine. I said, look, essentially what you're looking at is you don't beat anybody with his specials. You beat everybody with his bleed and just stacking up the power and let him stay on top of it. You get hit, great. You dodge for a little bit, turn around, and go right back to work,
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really torn right now, having pulled X23 the other night. Even though she's not duped, you don't really need her duped. But I already have a 550 Sig 99 Wolverine. Do I take her, or do I save those resources for Archangel and Iceman?
You save them.
Because that's what I think too. I mean, as awesome as she is, again, I go back to that discussion. Look at your roster. Look at your needs.
Sure.
Like there are several guys in my alliance that have killer offenses. They're running Voodoo, Vision, Black Widow for AW offense, but their defense sucks. You know what I mean? Like, and that's so you got to look at what your needs are, and there's nothing wrong with building up a defensive champ. Once your offense is met, then you start working on your defense.
I agree. And oddly enough, I kind of started opposite. I built my defense up.
So did I.
And started working on that because I felt if I had a good enough offense just to get through stuff, that, hey, I can get through it. Let's build a defense because I can bring something to my alliance then. I didn't want to be a selfish player. But
yeah,
we'll see where it goes. So... the other thing that you were hitting on, we were talking about Wolverine X23. In my opinion, man, I would definitely be sitting on the resources. Save them for Archangel. Save them for Iceman. Either one of them. You got Wolverine. In most realms, Wolverine goes above X23.
Right.
So, if you got Wolverine there, I wouldn't even worry about X23. I'd bring her up as you can. So, by the way, Marvel, thanks for stopping in, man. You're more than welcome to hang out and chat. If not, adios, though.
Weird. I just got a Death Squad in the 4-star featured on Fight 8. That's bizarre. Shouldn't start until Fight 9. Yeah, weird. Oh, anyway, what was I going to say about that? Yeah, so I built my defense first, too. My defense is a 550 Dupe Nightcrawler Sig 99, a 550 Hyperion, 550 Magic, running MD level 4, 440 Jugs duped, and 550 Agent Venom. Like, Agent Venom's a perfect example. I took him to 550 knowing that I was never going to ever use him on offense. Nightcrawler I use on offense sometimes. Sometimes I use Hyperion, but he's one of those champs that I would never use, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think building up your defense is important.
Absolutely, I would definitely agree with that. So, I tell you what, Jacob, are you still around as well?
You ready to call it?
Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is, I just want to kind of move through some people, but Get with me here later. We'll definitely talk about what we want to do on a certain night. And guys, again, this is all a test run, just trying to test out a couple different people. And on top of it, building the stream, going in a certain direction. We're going to have certain nights. We're going to discuss certain things. So, Bulldog, I appreciate the help, man, and thanks for being a mod for my channel.
It's been great, man. Thanks for having me around, and thanks for having me on. I kind of miss talking to people, so.
Well, you're gonna have an opportunity to be.
You're
gonna have an opportunity to be chatting with plenty of people. So.
Great. All right. Take care, buddy.
Hey, you too. Thank you, Bulldog.
All right. Bye.
All right. So Jacob says AV isn't a good defender anymore. To me, I think that the way the defenders are going, you've got to almost run with the Magics, the Nightcrawlers, the Mordos, Hyperions. And I don't know. I've only been in a Tier 2 alliance on the war for a very, very short time span. But I can tell you, it seems like every time I turn around, that's who you're running into. I mean, they're all over the map. So that's something that we're looking at. So I think defenses are evolving. You're going to have offensive teams evolving. So as that continues to grow, that's kind of what we're looking into. So, and guys, there's no better than or this, that, and the other. Guys, it's definitely going to be neat, interesting for everybody to get used to being on the mic. So, give me 1 second here. Just shooting some information over to Jacob. A large chunk of the reason why I haven't leveled up my Daramu simply comes from the fact that I only have so many resources. For me, for the longest time, the alliance I was in was not a super high-ranking alliance. My rewards were very limited, and my catalysts were very limited. So it really came down to a matter of who it is I wanted to take. And Scarlet Witch, to me, is above Daramu, and Magic were above him. So those are the two mystics I have maxed out right now. And those were the guys that I was looking for. But now, he is on the list. I would love to move him up, especially as a defender. Seeing that I have Mordo, it'd be pretty interesting to run a very evil defensive team just for the Mordo Daramu synergy. So again, guys, listen, if you're new in here, do me a favor, do hit that subscribe button. Tell your friends about the stream. Tell them if you had fun or not. Hopefully it's only good news, or good news, and you can get them to come back, hang out with you, chat, and discuss the game, because that's what we're here for: to discuss, give out tips, and have a good time. So I agree with you, Bulldog. Magic and Scarlet Witch are anytime, anywhere champs. They can go and do anything. I still think Scarlet Witch is probably the top champ in the game for total use. Star-Lord is probably the best damage dealer. And again, just my opinion. R31 says trend setter. We'll see. We'll see how it goes from there. Hey man, I appreciate it. Hopefully they stop by and click on the button and they start coming in and hanging out with us all. And we are up to 233 subscribers, guys, so pretty interesting. Aaron, I said news, but unfortunately I have this head cold, and as I started to say the second half of the word, it totally did not come out exactly right. So thanks for calling me out on it, Aaron. Appreciate it. Yeah, believe it or not, Scarlet Witch was one of the first. I had a lot of other mystics, but I picked her up right after the nerf, and so as soon as she hit, it kind of took off, and I was like, oh man, I wish I would have had her before the nerf, but oh well, you kind of live with what you get, I guess. I'm still very happy with her. I still think she clears out so many fights and takes care of so much content. Bulldog, yeah, it was that cold. Hey, come on now. All right, Jacob. When I hit 500 subscribers, I should do something special. Give me some ideas, Very. I'm okay with doing something special. I don't know what that is, but I'm definitely all in on it. So, going to be bringing in Jacob, let him have a chance to talk. Going to talk about some Alliance Wars, some defense, offense. Jacob, can you hear me, man?
What's up? Is the mic working?
You're coming across loud and clear on my end. Guys, if you can hear him, say hey to Jacob. Again, going to be looking at him for some Alliance War tips and see what he's got for us.
All right, what do you want to know about?
And you tell us. You said you're the Alliance War expert.
All right, let's see. You want to talk bosses, mini bosses?
Sure. What's your opinion? If you're going to take and place 3 mini bosses, who's your choices and why?
All right, so in our current alliance for my group, we have a pretty brutal setup. We have all Dormammus, which when you're running 4 or 5 in MD, it's a pain in the ass.
Sure.
And we have at least 2 R4 5-star Dormammus, which is even better. So it's killer. And then Mordo he's all right, but people are starting to figure him out. So it's.
I was going to say, I feel like Mordo, because of the arena, we're seeing him so much now that people aren't having near the issues with him. And people are coming more prepared to deal with him.
Yeah, it's to the point where you can solo R4 5-stars even. So, and now you got Iceman, so people don't even care about the Astral Evade and all that.
Sure. So you're enjoying Dormammu on your mini-boss nodes.
Yeah. He's definitely a very good candidate, especially on the left mini boss with the stun immune and debuff immune.
Sure. Now, I'm going to assume the degeneration definitely helps massively there.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, people have no choice really but to use dexterity. Because last I checked, dexterity does cause a degeneration to kick in. Correct?
Yeah, which it probably shouldn't, because it's killer.
To me,
it affects it so much.
To me, it just is. It's almost unfair. I mean, because to me is not. I mean, yes, it's a buff, but at the same time, it's a buff given by a mastery. It's not a buff by a champ. Does that make sense? Like it should be a champion buff, such as Fury, Regen, something of that nature. Not a move that I'm doing causing a situational buff.
Totally agree. And I guess, I mean, if you have a problem with it, you could go no dexterity, but that basically screws you.
Correct. And I've seen people try that and pull their dexterity, and then they're like, holy cow. Because the problem is once you've used it for so long, it's just second nature.
And especially with Dormammu's like fast Venom style combos, you'll get caught at least
absolutely
4 or 5 times out of 10. It's rough.
Oh, absolutely. And R31 says, who's good against Mordo? I think we all agree World War II Captain America is good.
World War II, Captain America, Iceman, Drax, Star-Lord.
So here, let's touch on why are those champions good against Mordo? Because obviously people are wanting to know. Then there's a reason why they're asking. So what is it about each of those champions that comes to the table that matches up well with Mordo?
So Iceman, it's kind of obvious with his cold snap, no astral evade, and if you push him to the L3, you won't take any damage.
Sure.
So that's basically Iceman. Cap, you can just sit and block and just wait for him to heavy and go in and attack and take little damage. Star-Lord, he'll cause a lot of MD, but once he goes into his blocking while power gaining, you can easily just heavy attack because he's got the far reach, and if Mordo dashes back, he'll catch him on the second kick to get him out of the power gain, and then just the steady increase of attack, it makes a quick fight out of him.
Sure.
And Drax, it's just basically this ability to bypass the evade.
Correct. Now, Drax, from my understanding, it's the double hit that takes care of the evade.
Yeah, and I guess I was told that I think it was either Elektra or X-23 when you use their heavy attack, it also works to bypass the astral evade.
Interesting. That makes sense.
Yeah, so it's any champ that has like a quick 2-hit, so like the ending move in Phoenix's combo could bypass it, but you wouldn't be able to get to that in time to try it.
Right. Interesting. Now, as far as Alliance War goes, who are your favorite attackers? If you're going to Alliance War, who are you bringing for your attack squad, and what is it you're looking for out of that attack squad?
For me, it's lane dependent. So if you're going to take the left lane, which has the poison immune, I'd probably bring a Captain Marvel. And then if you're going to go up towards the left mini-boss, which is Node 52, I think.
Sure.
Bring a Captain America, World War II, or OG. For all those nodes, they have the like crit damage and crit crit boost or whatever to their constant buffs, so you'll constant just take 0 damage from blocking. And then it also helps to have a Black Widow or someone who can reduce ability accuracy in case it's a Spider-Man on the stun immunes.
Sure.
And so if you're going to take the Thorns node underneath that, take a good damage dealer like Star-Lord, or if you want to run Black Widow with Quake, just something to get by that.
Now let me ask you, do you feel like Quake has to be there with Black Widow? Because to me, Black Widow, even though you're still taking care of it, unless the opponent is smart enough to put a high tank-like mutant on that node, Black Widow still does a pretty good amount of damage and takes it down fairly quick, I think.
I guess it really depends if you have a 99 Black Widow. Because other than 99, I feel like she'll take too much damage. And if you throw a mutant in there, I don't think it'll get through the fight.
Really?
And if it's an R4 mutant, it's even worse.
Well, no, I can definitely agree with you there. Running across an R4 mutant would be definitely devastating. Because Black Widow is not that... She's not super glass jaw type, but she's not going to take a ton of hit either, you know.
And it feels like she's had a little bit of a damage reduction, like her hits don't do as much. And then especially with the pure skill nerf, that she just doesn't hit as hard as she would have.
Sure.
So middle pass, you usually want to bring an Iceman or someone, because it's usually going to have a Nightcrawler or a Spider-Man, and then you want your Captain America or Star-Lord or anyone like that to counter the Jugs and Magics, which you usually see up the middle. It seems like most of the lines just like to pack the middle with their strongest Mystic champs.
Yeah, I ran middle today, and I ran into, I don't even remember my first fight. I was alive when it happened. Oh, sorry, guys. I was alive when it happened, and I'm trying to think. Man, was it maybe a Magic or something? Either way, I took care of it pretty quick. No, you know what? It was Electro. It was an electro, took care of him, no problems. I was like, all right, I'm feeling pretty confident. And then I turned around and ran into Civil War Black Panther, who I absolutely hate fighting. He ate my lunch. And then right after that, I had Nightcrawler, so it was definitely no fun for me. Two champions that I'm still fairly new, and I didn't have my Iceman, so I had him on defense.
Yeah, so I've actually found it easy to use Captain America World War II against Black Panther because you'll basically take 0 damage against him, and then you can just wait for him to heavy,
Sure.
and then attack him.
R31 says, who's a good boss for the Alliance War? They always use Nightcrawler. I think Nightcrawler has been used quite often. I think he's a very good chance.
I don't think Nightcrawler is a good option anymore. I mean, you can easily switch his modes, I feel at least. And then if he's unduped, it's more of a challenge, but there's still easy ways to bypass him. And what I feel the best way to go as boss is your basic Mystic champs, Magic, Dormammu, Juggernaut.
Sure. I know Magic is an absolute terror to deal with just because of the limbo. No matter what, you're pretty well guaranteed to get some damage down on the opponent, and you're hoping that the rest of your map did its job.
Yeah. And a tip for Magic, definitely get the Pacify Mastery. It helps a ton. You'll definitely see an increase in how little she triggers limbo if you parry and attack her over her bar of power while she's parried.
Sure. I definitely think that you're seeing some different things there. And I do agree with the Nightcrawler to a degree. An unduped Nightcrawler to me is still a pain. It's not that he's hard, and it depends too where you're at in Alliance War, what tier you're at. The higher tier, these guys have champions that's going to take him out.
Yeah.
Somebody's packing an Iceman, somebody's packing an Archangel, or somebody that's going to just come up and steamroll him. And I think that's the biggest difference that we run into now.
For an unduped NC, it's best to I don't know how best to word this, but I guess time your hits so they go a little slower so you don't get caught right when it switches where you're doing your final 5th hit, so he catches you right out of the block when you're open.
Sure. What I have heard is, and probably the easiest way to describe it is basically you drag your hits.
Yeah.
It's like hit, where normally we're like, okay, block, hit, move, block, hit, move. It's like block, hit. You just kind of let it linger, I guess you could say. You kind of want to just drag through them.
Yeah, and if you drag your hits, you have, I guess, more of a reaction time in case he does evade. You won't be going in for your next hit and get caught.
Correct. And that's kind of what I have seen and heard out of people is, you kind of give it a half a count instead of just swing away. Give it a little hesitation, wait, and it gives you a chance to kind of play away from him as well. So, but listen, it is 2:30 in the morning where I'm at. I am getting off here. I have to work tomorrow. I've got a full day, so I am going to call this. It looks like we've had a very successful run and a successful launch with the call-ins. Jacob, I'm going to go ahead and shut down our chat, and I'll be getting with you, and we'll be talking some more stuff in the future. So I appreciate you coming on and helping out, man.
No problem.
All right, take care, brother.
See ya.
All right, guys. With that being said, like I said, it is 2:30 in the morning here where I'm at. I normally try to stop my stream somewhere around here, but we were having a good time with all the new content and trying out the new calls. So, guys, again, follow me on Twitter at Slice'em. It's going to be a great way as I build a schedule and discuss what's going to be coming up on the chat, who we're going to be bringing in on the phone, and some things to look forward to. So my goal is to bring a schedule so that people know what they're going to be expecting to get as we also continue to move through stuff. So again, I appreciate everybody coming in and watching the stream, hanging out in live chat and keeping things rolling. That's what makes this awesome. So I can't make this happen without you guys. So again, I'm very appreciative of everything everybody brings to the table. Do me a favor. We are currently setting at, let's take a quick look here, 233 subscribers, guys. I'd like to push that 250 number, so do me a favor. I know you're out there in the chat rooms. I know you're out there hanging out with people. Put it on Reddit. Put it on the chat rooms. Tell them to come check out the stream. You guys are going to be going live with me from here on out, so expect it. I'm counting on you. Bring your people in. Let's have fun. Till next time, everybody have good luck. If you're popping crystals, I hope you get the champion you want. I will see you all tomorrow. Take care.